The following is an exclusive presentation of Jefferson Pilot Sports.
History is a big part of Atlanta's makeup. You can see part of that history dating back to the Civil War when you visit Stone Mountain. History is also being made as the city gets ready to host the 1996 Olympics. Atlanta's proud of its history, and today basketball history will be made at Atlanta's Georgia Dome. The SEC basketball tournament finals will be played. Kentucky, with a history of making to the SEC title game, plays Arkansas, a team that looks for its first ever tournament championship. Hi everybody, I'm Bob Kessling and welcome to the SEC finals. We pit two teams that are really on a roll in this contest. Arkansas has won 10 straight games. They're ranked 5th in the country. Kentucky has won 7 straight games, and they're ranked number 3 in the country. It's the game that all the fans wanted to see, and a record crowd's expected today. Not only have we drawn big crowds to the Georgia Dome, at the World Congress Center right outside the Dome, the SEC fanfare has been going on. Thousands of fans have tried their luck and skill at basketball games and also got a chance to see what SEC basketball is all about. But a fun time for the fans, and a big time has been had by all here at Atlanta with all the thrills and the fun. Here's how this tournament has unfolded so far. You see the first round, really no upsets. We moved into the quarterfinals. Arkansas just got by Vanderbilt. Alabama knocked off Georgia. Kentucky beat Auburn, and then Florida beat Mississippi State. And then yesterday, you see the semifinal matchups as Arkansas beat Alabama, Kentucky beat the Florida Gators. So that sets up today's final game. Here's what happened in yesterday's semifinal matchups here at the Dome. The defending national champion Razorbacks enter the SEC semifinals with the goal of reaching the SEC tournament championship game for the first time ever. Arkansas found itself in a defensive struggle with Alabama. Both teams battled for points early, finishing the half dead even at 31 all. As he did in the quarterfinals, Dwight Stewart came off the Razorback bench to ignite a second-half run with a couple of key three-pointers. Corliss Williamson powered his way to 12 points, and Scotty Thurman added 14 more as the Razorbacks won their 10th straight game and moved into the SEC Finals, winning over Alabama 69-58. Kentucky got some offensive firepower from some unexpected sources in their semifinal game with Florida. With Walter McCarty in first-half foul trouble, freshman Anton Walker came off the bench to lead the Wildcats. He scored 13 first-half points. Chris Harrison added 8 more in the half as the Wildcats shot a blistering 62% from the floor, 7 of 10 from three-point range, and Kentucky led the Gators at halftime 45-30. Dan Cross tried to lead the Gators in a second-half comeback. He scored 24 points, but Florida's tournament run fell just short of the finals. Mark Pope added 16 for Kentucky, and as it turns out, Walker had a career-high 21 as Kentucky rolls into the finals for the 26th time ever. Kentucky beats Florida 86-72. So now these two proud programs meet. Arkansas won 6 Southwest Conference tournament titles. Kentucky's won 18 in the SEC. They match up today in the finals, and we'll continue in a moment.
Okay, I'm at BP talking to cars about Super 93. So how do you feel?
Oh, much cleaner, refreshed.
You feel cleaner?
We don't have all of that garbage that goes up through the fuel injectors.
Keeps the fuel injectors a lot cleaner. You know, it's better for the engine.
You want me to show you how I run when I had a 93 Hemi?
Yes.
Just that smooth.
Well, there you have it. 9 out of 10 cars, when asked, recommend BP Super 93. BP on the move.
I purr like a kitten.
That's great.
But can they plow the back 40? Introducing the new, more powerful Grand L Series from Kubota with our smoothest, quietest tractor engine yet.
What if I told you everything you know about TV is about to change? Because now there's DirecTV, totally digital television. More movies, more sports, more of what I want than ever before. All through a tiny satellite dish about the size of a small pet. Stay. With digital quality video and CD sound, everything's gonna look great. How does DirecTV work? I have no idea, but it does. Get your DSS 18-inch dish and DirecTV at your RCA dealer.
Imagine a rent-a-car company that will pick you up right at your door. That's Enterprise.
Call us. We'll arrange to come to you. Take you back to our office, and you're on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
There's a lot of shoes on this wall. Better let me help you. After all, I'm always going to be waiting on you at the finish line.
Get there first.
Chance of go big blue, and they're calling the Hogs here at the Georgia Dome as we get set for our finals today between Kentucky and Arkansas. Second time these teams have met this year. Arkansas won a shootout at the Bud Walton Arena earlier, 94-93 over the Kentucky Wildcats. Well, to call today's game, Tom Hammond and Larry Conley, they're veterans of this tournament. Now they reflect back on what's going on this week here in Atlanta.
Well, Bob, we thought we'd sit here a couple of hours before game time just to talk about the season just passed in the Southeastern Conference. And first of all, we've got to talk about the tournament being played in the Dome. I guess they'll break the record today with the championship game. In fact, 30 years ago, not this many people saw some teams play in a season as we've seen in the Dome this week.
Tom, you know, I think for the teams, I really think it's a big benefit for those clubs that are going to move on to the NCAA tournament, because this has been an NCAA atmosphere that we've had all week here in Atlanta. I think it's very positive, and I would like to see them continue to go to a Dome, maybe not every year, but certainly every other year.
You know what's nice about it? It brings in people from every school in the conference. The football championship only has 2 schools, but the basketball tournament has everyone from every school in the SEC. And maybe I'm naive, but I think it sort of is a family atmosphere. And when teams aren't playing another SEC team, I have the feeling they root for the other teams.
Well, I think they do too. And the thing I like about it is it's a social gathering. It really is. I mean, the people come from all over the Southeast. And it's a great chance for the fans really to get to know each other. And I don't think they have much of a chance when they're playing each other either at home or away.
Now in the regular season, the biggest surprise in the conference, who would that be?
Well, I think the biggest surprise has been Mississippi State. They're the one club that's jumped up, and nobody expected them to play the way they have played this year. They tied Arkansas for the Western Division Championship. This is a good basketball team that's going to move on to the NCAA tournament. I hope Richard Williams and his club can overcome that loss they had in the tournament.
Biggest disappointment, Florida?
No question. Florida has been a big, big disappointment. I didn't think the loss of one player could affect a team that much, but the loss of Craig Brown has really hurt them.
Well, you know, let's talk about a couple of players. Corliss Williams and Scotty Thurman, who have been all SEC and among the best players in the country. A lot of talk that they might turn pro.
Well, I hope they don't. I hope they both stay, particularly for Arkansas and the SEC. But these two guys have been outstanding the last 2 years. We've called them Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. Whatever label you attach to them, they're quality basketball players. Scotty Thurman is a great offensive shooter. Corliss Williamson, maybe one of the best inside power players I've seen this league have in a long time.
Later today, the bids to the NCAA tournament go out. What do you think about the league's chances?
Well, 4 we know for sure are going to get in. The 2 that are on the bubble right now are Florida and Georgia. Georgia finishes second in the East to Kentucky, much better than I think a lot of people gave them credit for. And for Florida, a big win over Mississippi State, I think, may propel them. We got a chance to get 6, and I think we should get 6.
I think 6 deserve to go, too. You talk about the Big Ten getting 6 or 7. That's a travesty. The SEC has had 3 teams to the Final Four the last 2 years, including the national champion. This league deserves the benefit of the doubt. Well, Rick Pitino's back in the championship game, and Bob Kessling had a chance to talk with the Kentucky coach.
Kentucky's back in the SEC championship game as they go up against the Razorbacks today. Coach Rick Pitino of Kentucky joins us. Your team played very well in the semifinals.
We did. Certainly we're very pleased with that. We're getting in the finals again for the 4th straight year. But the most important thing is that we play great basketball. We had 30 really 2 good minutes against Auburn, and I think those other 8 minutes made us on edge to help us perform today.
The bench has been terrific in this tournament for you.
Well, I have always believed this, from BU to Providence, even to the Knicks for that matter, that you pay people in the pros and you give scholarships in college, so play the guys. They're there for a reason. Play the guys, and no matter who it is. Chris Harrison wasn't receiving any minutes. Come tournament time, I tell the guys, this is a time to have more fun, take more chances, and get more excited, show more emotion. This is what it's all about. It's not time to get nervous and say, clock run out, please let us get a victory. Go out there and enjoy yourselves.
What about Mark Pope's performance in the last 2 games?
He's coming on in mid-February. He started performing like we expected him to perform when he came as a transfer, but we knew he needed some time to get over the jitters and also to get into our style of play somewhat.
You talk about you're playing for the SEC championship in the tournament, but you're also maybe playing for #1 seed against Arkansas.
I don't think so, to be perfectly honest. I think we've got the #1 seed. If you'll notice, last year we beat Massachusetts in the Meadowlands in front of their crowd. We beat Florida twice and ended up with a victory. The seeds came out. Florida was 2, Massachusetts was 2, and we were 3. I'm not sure how much they put into one game. Now, Arkansas could certainly beat us, and we'd both be a 1 seed with Kansas losing. No question about that. But I think you'll find Kentucky's the #1 seed if they're going to live by what they did last year. If not, then it's a little different set of rules for different people.
Let's talk about today's matchup with Arkansas. What's your biggest concern about the Razorbacks?
My biggest concern is they're the high karate kids. They slap at you more than any team around. Now, our game against the Gators was called very close, but consistent. That's all you ask for. Alabama, Arkansas was called like a war. They didn't call anything. And that's fine, as long as it's consistent both ways, because we like to share. We like to grab and hold a little bit, too. We like to hug. So it would be nice on our part. But I think it should be a great game. We've always played great games with them, and we're excited to be in the finals once again.
So depth for both teams will be a big key in this one, won't it?
No question. I think it'll boil down to who shoots the best. Both defenses are going to be fired up. Both will be pressing, trapping, getting after it. Whoever shoots the ball the best. We've got to make sure that Scotty Thurman and Corliss Williamson do not beat us. If one of those other guys beat us, so be it, but we can't let those two.
Rick, good luck today.
Thank you.
Rick Pitino, the Kentucky Wildcats, back with more of our pregame look at today's finals between Arkansas and Kentucky in just a moment.
When you grow up in the American Southwest, once a day you feel a soul-shaking sense of awe. And there's another feeling you get when the sun disappears. You're scared out of your ever-loving mind. Or maybe that's what inspired La Quinta to make their inn so friendly. Outside, they're lit up against the night sky. And inside, a soft splash is about the only sound you'll hear. Shh. La Quinta Inns. Why aren't you here?
When you're working hard, you can be in all kinds of pain. Power, BC Power. The same BC that stops headache pain stops all kinds of pain. BC Power in the power of BC. When you're in a world of hurt, nothing stops pain faster than BC. The power of BC.
Considering what your business has to figure,
25, 5, 30. How much time we got left?
you may not have figured that if your business uses AT&T, you're probably on the wrong calling plan. Over half of AT&T's customers are, which is why hundreds of thousands of businesses are trading in AT&T and investing in Proof. MCI will analyze your AT&T bill and give you proof positive, written proof of how much your business can save by switching to MCI, proving once again the only savings that are true are the ones you can see.
Now it's time for our MCI Proof Positive Instant Replay. Georgia taking on South Carolina in Columbia. Gamecocks down 1 with time running down when Malik Russell gets the offensive board and delivers the game winner. The iron was kind to Russell as the Gamecocks defeated the Bulldogs. The replay shows proof positive that Russell's save gave the Gamecocks their first SEC win of the season in style. And that's our MCI Proof Positive Instant Replay.
Welcome back to the Georgia Dome. It's alive now. Arkansas and Kentucky warming up before today's SEC Finals. The SEC's had a long history of great basketball teams, coaches and players, but also great announcers. And South Carolina said goodbye to a very good friend of this tournament, Bob Fulton, retiring after 43 years of calling South Carolina games. But look at some of the other legendary voices. Jack Crystal still going strong at Mississippi State. Kentucky's Kaywood Ledford just retired. Otis Boggs with 35 years at Florida. And John Ward still going strong on the Tennessee Ball Network. Dave Baker now standing by with a look at Carolina's famous broadcaster.
You know, Bob, college basketball has just become a televised phenomenon within about the last 20 years. But for many longtime SEC fans, there's nothing like seeing a game on the radio. And for fans in South Carolina, it'll never be the same. This man is an artist, and for the last 43 years, South Carolina fans have had the picture painted for them through the eyes of Bob Fulton.
It goes to Owens underneath, he's got his miss, and the ball game is over. And the Gamecocks of South Carolina have won their first Atlantic Coast Conference tournament.
Doubled in 8-man front, Rogers breaks up the middle, 45, 50, down to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown.
After more than 4 decades, Fulton has decided to hang up the mic. He began broadcasting Gamecock football and basketball back in the early 50s, and for those of you who are wondering, that's a total of 1,156 USC basketball games, including 512 in a row. Sure, there have been plenty of highs and lows, but this native of Ridley Park, Pennsylvania, wouldn't change a thing.
I always wanted to broadcast. I have been very fortunate. I have spent a total of 52 years in the business, and I've loved it all. I just hate to stop right now, but I do want to say goodbye to all my broadcast friends. I will see them often, but not as much as I would like to see them. And I also want to thank all the fans. They just, over the years, have been wonderful to me. And one thing I want to do I've never done in my life, I want to tailgate. I'm looking forward to that.
This marvelous career officially came to an end on Thursday when Auburn knocked out the Gamecocks.
I thought this would be an easier moment for me, but I guess when you come to the end of a long ride, it's rather tough. But I've been very lucky to have lasted this long. A lot of my friends have not been able to do that. And just thank you all.
Fans around the SEC who want to see it on the radio this afternoon can catch Ralph Hacker, Kyle Macy on the UK network, Mike Nail and Rick Schaefer on the Arkansas network, and Charlie Mack and Bob Weltlich on the SEC network. Bob Kessling had a chance to catch up with the other head coach in today's championship game, Nolan Richardson.
Arkansas is playing as well as any team in the country. The Razorbacks take a 10-game winning streak into today's final game here at the Georgia Dome. Nolan Richardson, the coach of the Razorbacks, with us. And Nolan, your team is playing on a roll right now.
Well, we really have been playing some good basketball. We have not shot the ball well, but our defense has been tremendous. You know, the thing that really impresses me about our ball club is that we've won games. It didn't matter if we scored 80, 60, 50. And that, to me, is a trademark of a good basketball team, because a lot of teams say, well, if you hold them to 80, you're going to win, or if I score 100, we're going to win. And our team just plays, you know, according to what we have to do to win the ball game, and that's really good for us.
Does this team have a personality? I mean, last year was the 40 minutes of hell and everything. Does this team have a personality that you've found yet?
Well, this team is the same team that tries to play 40 minutes of hell, because if you look at the team the way we played today, very seldom were we not in a pressure mood. And the 40 minutes of pressure is what we're talking about. And it comes from a defensive standpoint. Now, the days that we're shooting the ball well and we're putting that 40 minutes on you, that's when we're really awesome. And again, if we can somehow start shooting it a little bit better and our defense continue to play as it's playing, and we're a pretty good basketball team.
Your bench, I think, has been the difference in this tournament for your team. They played extremely well.
Well, true, particularly the day, yesterday, when I put in, you know, at one point there was not a starter on the floor that played probably 5 or 6 minutes. If you can get that many minutes out of your guys off the bench and produce some points, you're talking about a guy like Dwight Stewart, who was at one time a starter, and then Alex Dillard, who can light it up. And, you know, those kinds of people can come in. Darnell Robinson. And he hadn't played very much in the tournament. And I'm hoping that he'll be able to show up against Kentucky with more rested legs to spare Corliss Williamson.
How important is this tournament championship to your program? I mean, you've accomplished so much. Where does this stack up?
Well, you know, again, it's not if we win a championship that's important. I think it's important to the kids to win a Southeast Conference tournament, because, as you said, we've won 4 division championships. We've won 2 out of 4 SEC championships, and we haven't won this one. So that'd be great.
Arkansas looking for its first SEC tournament championship. Kentucky has won 18. Kentucky and Arkansas coming up. First, a word from your local SEC station.
We're next.
Take the Gillette 3-point challenge. To enter, look for Gillette coupons in last Sunday's newspaper or Gillette displays at participating retailers. It's your shot at $1 million. No purchase is necessary. Void where prohibited. It's the third time that Arkansas and Kentucky have met in the SEC tournament. Last year, Kentucky beat them 90-78 in Memphis. In fact, Kentucky is 2-0 against Arkansas in this tournament. Today, matchup number 3. And to call it for you, let's go downstairs to Tom Hammond and Larry Conley.
All right, Bob, it's a game that appears to be just about dead even. The dream matchup for the SEC tournament, best matchup in college basketball during this tournament season before the big one starts next week. And, of course, 2 top 10 teams. We thought in order to try to separate them a little bit, we'd break it down by category. Let's take a look at overall offense of both teams. Who do you give the edge?
Tom, I'm going to give the edge to Arkansas. They led the SEC in scoring this year, and really a more potent offense down inside with Corliss Williamson. And that's the only reason I give them the edge. And we need for everybody to understand in each of these categories, it's a slight edge.
It is indeed. Well, we've talked about the excellent defense of Kentucky all season long. Do they get the nod on defense?
Absolutely. This is a team that not only is great on their press, like Arkansas, but their half-court defense is a little bit better. I really like what they do with their zone, and they're very good on their man-to-man defense.
Well, three-point shooting is so important to both these teams, we thought we'd make it a separate category. Who gets the nod?
Well, I tell you what, now this one is really tough because I like both of these clubs and the way they shoot from beyond the arc. But the nod, well, I think I'm going to go with Arkansas, only because of Scotty Thurman. He's outstanding. They've also got a couple of big guys that can move to the outside. Not to say that Kentucky can't, but I really like the fact that Darnell Robinson goes out there and a couple of other guys, too.
Arkansas led the league in three-point shooting. What about the board work?
Well, the board work's got to go to Kentucky. They've improved their rebounding significantly from last year. And Arkansas, if there's one chink in their armor, it's their rebounding. Not very good.
Depth is pretty hard to separate.
Yeah, it really is. And this is one that's almost a wash. If you're going to give a nod, I think you've got to go to the Arkansas side. And now the reason I like them is because they go so deep. And yet, I look at Kentucky's bench yesterday, and they were responsible for that win.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with you on that one, but experience, Arkansas has been to the championship game.
Yeah, they have. And also, I mean, they've been in that Final Four. Kentucky was there 2 years ago. A little bit more to Arkansas, but again, just a slight nudge.
And, of course, if it comes down to one man, Arkansas does have Scotty Thurman. Last year, he hit the shot to win the national championship for the Razorbacks. And earlier this season in Fayetteville, he hit the shot to beat Kentucky by 2 in one of the great games of the season. We can only hope for as good a game today.
Tom, it will be. I'm convinced of it. Every game we've done between these two has been excellent.
All right, let's go back to Bob.
Thanks a lot, Tom and Larry. You look at Rick Pitino. He's never lost in an SEC tournament. In fact, he's 11-0 overall. Nolan Richardson, of course, his team finally gets to the SEC Finals. Now they try and win it. They dominated the Southwest Conference. They won 6 tournament titles over there, 22 championships overall for Arkansas, but now trying to win in the postseason here in the SEC tournament. Again, Arkansas comes into today's game 27-5. And the 5th-ranked Razorbacks riding a 10-game winning streak. Kentucky comes in with a record of 24-4, and the Cats have won 7 straight. Number 3, Kentucky against number 5, Arkansas. Enjoy the game coming up next from the Georgia Dome.
It's happening. Only America's hottest car company
could have a sale like this. The National Chrysler Plymouth sale is here. Get up to $1,200 off the friendly Plymouth Neon. Over $1,800 off the luxury family sedan Chrysler Concorde. And over $1,800 off the luxurious Chrysler New Yorker. Now's the time to save like never before.
But it won't last long.
The National Chrysler Plymouth sale. Only at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Last Saturday, my wife Lisa and I went shopping. We're not paying any attention. That's when it hit me. What would happen to our family if Lisa weren't around anymore?
Well, recently I've been trying to get Dave and Lisa to review their life insurance.
We then called Kim. She's our nationwide insurance agent.
Lisa now has the life insurance she needs.
Sometimes I think about what almost happened. But thanks to Kim, I don't worry about what might happen.
Nationwide is on your side.
There are no prizes for giving someone a reason to smile. No ticker tape parades for unlocking life's little mysteries. But to the men who give their best every day, we offer our best. Gillette Sensor XL. Spring-mounted blades and microfins to set up your beard. And Gillette Series Aftershave Conditioner for extra comfort. Sensor XL, the world's best shave. And sometimes that's its own reward. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Here on the Outback, we play our own brand of football.
Outback rules. No sidelines. No time limits. No telling which way the boomerang will bounce. Just the ultimate goal. Great steak. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
Kentucky and Arkansas are the premier programs in the SEC and are near mirror images, featuring two coaches in the upper echelon of college basketball who share similar court philosophies. Both feature the three-point shot in their offensive arsenal and have recruited players who can shoot them. Both value unselfish team play and put great stock in the passing game. Both emphasize the high-pressure, in-your-face pressing defense that demoralizes the opposition. And both enjoy loyal, enthusiastic fan support that is unsurpassed in the country. It's a championship game made in heaven. Arkansas and Kentucky for the SEC tourney title.
It's 2-on-1 Bama. Oh! Hello!
Jefferson Pilot Sports presents the best in regional college basketball, the Southeastern Conference. Today's game is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Check the yellow pages for the Nationwide agent nearest you. By MCI, the company that brings you proof positive. By CarQuest Auto Parts. For the CarQuest store nearest you, call 1-800-492-PART. By the new Gillette Sensor XL with microfins that set up your beard for the world's best shave. And by Chrysler and the new Chrysler Cirrus Sport Sedan.
From the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, nearly 30,000 people here to see the SEC Tournament Championship game as Arkansas meets Kentucky. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Atlanta. Tom Hammond and Larry Conley ready to bring you this dream matchup. Two top 5 teams squaring off today at the peak of their games. Arkansas has won 10 in a row. Kentucky has reeled off 7 straight. First order of business for the Kentucky Wildcats, stopping Clovis Williamson inside.
Tom, nobody's been able to do it this year in the Southeastern Conference. Again, the SEC Player of the Year. He had 28 points against Kentucky in that win in Fayetteville. He is the one guy that I think really presents a problem for the Kentucky defense.
By the same token, Tony Delk had a big game against Arkansas in Fayetteville.
He did indeed, with 31 points, and he shot the ball so well from the outside. This is a problem for Arkansas. This guy can really shoot it.
It's so difficult to separate these two teams, so similar and so even. What will be the key?
I think the biggest key today is the club that takes care of the basketball the best. Kentucky's a great passing team. Arkansas is great with their press. So is Kentucky. The team that takes care of the basketball the best, doesn't turn it over, going to win this game.
Since Arkansas joined the Southeastern Conference, they has dominated Kentucky in the regular season. Kentucky has dominated in the tournament. We'll see what happens in the title game today. Arkansas, Kentucky, lineups in a moment.
No matter where you happen to live, you're going to want to take advantage of True Value's lowest prices of the season sale, where you'll find great savings on all sorts of items for around the house. Because let's face it, no matter where you live, odds are you're not made out of money. True Value's lowest prices of the season sale, now through Sunday. True Value. Help is just around the corner.
Once you've experienced the cushion ride suspension in our new T1560 lawn tractor, you'll want your grass to grow back faster, just so you can mow it all over again. The very affordable T-Series, now made in America by Kubota.
Inside every one of us is an athlete with a thirst for the game going on around us. It's life, and if you play hard at it, you get thirsty. That's why we make Gatorade. Hey, life Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Give people quality faucets at reasonable prices, and they will come back and buy your sinks. Give people quality sinks at reasonable prices, and they'll come back and buy your bathtubs. Give people quality bathtubs at reasonable prices, and they will come back and buy your toilets. Give people quality toilets at reasonable prices, and they will come back and buy your shower doors. That's the Sterling way, and that's the American way. This is Sam Davis, Vice Chairman for Sterling. Thank you.
Tom Hammond, Larry Conley again. The Georgia Dome in Atlanta for Kentucky, 24-4, overall SEC champions, and Arkansas, 27-5, co-champions in the SEC West. Now for the introduction of the starting lineups. Let's go to the Georgia Dome public address announcer, Carl Stevens.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your starting lineups for today's game between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Arkansas Razorbacks. First for the Razorbacks, starting at forward, a 6'6", 210-pound junior from Ruston, Louisiana, number 30, Scotty Thurman. At forward, a 6'7", 245-pound junior from Russellville, Arkansas, number 34, Corliss Williamson. At guard, a 6'4", 180-pound senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 12, Clint McDaniel. At guard, a 6'2", 190-pound senior from Memphis, Tennessee, number 14, Corey Beck. And at center, a 6'11", 275-pound sophomore from Oakland, California, number 5, Darnell Robinson. And the Razorbacks are coached by Nolan Richardson. For the Kentucky Wildcats. At forward, a 6'7", 217-pound junior from Jersey City, New Jersey, number 12, Roderick Rhodes. At forward, a 6'9", 223-pound junior from Evansville, Indiana, number 40, Walter McCarty. At guard, a 6'1", 194-pound junior from Brownsville, Tennessee, 00, Tony Delk. At guard, a 6'3", 183-pound sophomore from Peachtree City, Georgia, number 15, Jeff Shepard. And at center, a 6'9", 227-pound senior from Brooklyn, New York, number 10, Ray Riddick. And the
Each coach has something the other wants. Rick Pitino has an SEC tournament championship. Nolan Richardson has a national title. Tip-off coming up next.
College life is all about satisfying your hungers. Keep your mind on delivering those dreams, and we'll deliver what you need. Get a full order of buffalo wings for $3.99 when you order your favorite Domino's pizza.
Gotta be, it's gotta be, Domino's. Gotta be, it's gotta be, gotta be, it's gotta be.
We were looking for the most significant vehicle in the market. Technological advancement, value, and performance. Introducing Chrysler Cirrus, Motor Trend's Car of the Year. Chrysler Cirrus. It's not just a step above, it's the new plateau.
Back at the Georgia Dome, let's go to sideline reporter Dave Baker.
Tom, two coaches that get it done in different ways. Rick Pitino had his club here for a shoot-around at 8:45 this morning. Nolan Richardson simply told his guys they've got something that you haven't gotten. That's an SEC tournament championship. Had a chance to see the game in Fayetteville. These Razorbacks have got an intensity in their eyes they didn't have on Super Bowl Sunday.
And needless to say, so does Rick Pitino. We haven't even started the game yet.
Animation already on the way.
Arkansas is 4-0 against Kentucky in the regular season since joining the Southeastern Conference. In the tournament, Kentucky is 2-0 against Arkansas. Overall, Kentucky with a 6-4 series lead. That was a great game, the earlier matching Super Bowl Sunday in Fayetteville.
One of the two best games, Tom, I saw all year on television. Arkansas opens up man-to-man, and Rhodes got in trouble, but Riddick got it.
And a foul, an Arkansas foul early. Darnell Robinson getting the start today for Elmer Martin. Martin had started the last 10 games, all wins for Arkansas.
I don't think I would have broken that string. I think I got to stay with Elmer Martin and gotten Robinson in somewhere in the game early. Martin has been in there, as you said, and they've won all 10. Riddick shooting 2 shots.
And he rolls it through. Riddick's travails at the free throw line have been well documented. The averages for the senior from Brooklyn, New York. He hits just about 50% at the line, and he's up to the challenge today. He puts in the first 2.
Well, Kentucky's going to open up in a looks like a matchup zone defense. But they've got Delk underneath on the basket, underneath.
McDaniel for 3. That'll loosen up the zone.
Well, we talked about it in our comparisons, Tom. This Arkansas team is excellent from three-point land.
Kentucky obviously trying to zone to cut off Corliss Williamson inside, but you have to give something away usually.
And you give up, you give that three-point shot. Beck's going to get a foul to start this game.
And then the dreaded hand check.
Well, it's one that some of the Arkansas fans have been on me for. All I said was, you know, I'd like to see hand checking eliminated. It was like nobody else hand checks.
2 early fouls against Arkansas. Razorbacks up 1.
Tough job for Scotty Thurman watching Tony Delk, who had a tremendous game in Fayetteville with those 31 points.
Walter McCarty had 16 points and 7 rebounds in that game, and he's called for the offensive foul.
Well, McCarty had a difficult game against Florida yesterday. Only 4 points in that game, and he went to the bench early. Watch McCarty on the spin right here. Good flop that time by McDaniel taking the foul.
Arkansas up 1 on the three-pointer by McDaniel.
Once again, Kentucky back in his own defense. You can see Tony Delk right in the middle of that zone. Got Shepard out on the point, McCarty on the wing, and Rhodes on the wing.
Williamson got inside it. Nice pass from McDaniel.
The defense concentrated down inside on Robinson, and Williamson floated in the middle. Nobody there to stop him.
5-2 Arkansas lead.
Shepard will have his hands full with McDaniel guarding him, one of the better on-the-ball defenders in the Southeastern Conference.
Tops in the league in steals. Shepard penetrates, kicks it back to Delk. And he traveled. Indecision. He started to go up with a 3, changed his mind and walked.
Well, the indecision really did cost him. And watch the inside as Williamson goes straight to the basket. Nobody there to challenge. And Kentucky turns the ball over. I said the club that turns the ball over the least today, I think is going to win this game.
2 early turnovers for the Wildcats.
Williamson on the high post, Darnell Robinson low, and Scotty Thurman working that baseline.
Inside Williamson. Skips it across to Beck. Robinson inside. The jump hook goes.
Well, that's a prize start for Darnell Robinson, paying off early already for Nolan Richardson.
Razorbacks by 5. Kentucky does not have a field goal, while Arkansas is 3 for 3. Rhodes went for the jam and is fouled. Darnell Robinson second.
Go back and look at the offensive play by Darnell Robinson. Good pass in here. Take a lot of pressure off Williamson if Darnell Robinson can continue to score on the inside. But here he commits a foul as Rhodes goes right by Beck. Well, what a strong move by Roderick Rhodes. A little surprised Corey Beck is guarding Roderick Rhodes. That's a mismatch. Might look for a little post-up inside move by Roderick Rhodes later in this game.
Kentucky still does not have an official field goal attempt. Rhodes, normally an excellent free throw shooter at 78%, misses the first. Mark Pope is into the Kentucky lineup, replacing Andre Riddick. He has been a force inside, and in this tournament has scored 35 points and pulled down 18 rebounds in 2 games.
They've now moved Delk out on the top of the circle on that zone.
Robinson lost it.
Good job by Roderick Rhodes, dropping back down in there to slap it away.
First Arkansas turnover. Rhodes again with a quick move and another foul. Corliss Williamson's first.
That time on 2 different possessions for Kentucky. Arkansas has had a different man guarding Roderick Rhodes. One time they had Corey back. That time Corliss Williamson had it.
Already 4 fouls on Arkansas.
Roderick Rhodes. This is a club that commits a lot of fouls because they've got a lot of bench. In fact, both of these teams historically have committed a lot of fouls.
Kentucky has 4 points, all at the free throw line. See that Rhodes is an excellent free throw shooter.
Well, we got some crowd in here today, don't we?
Yeah, have to think very, very close to 30,000, if not over that. It's a 2-point game.
Here's the pressure from Kentucky. Triple team.
Here's Steele, McDaniels to Williamson. Now numbers Arkansas. Thurman for 3. Bounced out. McCarty has it. Now Rhodes, 3-on-1. McCarty reverse, nice move. Tie game. Here comes Arkansas. McDaniels. And a foul on Shepard.
You better not blink today. That ball goes through the net. You better be ready to get back. Kentucky got a nice offensive move inside by McCarty. But as soon as the ball went through the net, it was Clint McDaniel streaking to the other end. 2 excellent plays. Watch the good pass by Rhodes. Good fake there. Robinson had to go. McCarty with a basket. But watch what happens on the other end. Robinson grabs it. It was McDaniel going to the other end. He'll shoot 2. We'll
have one more. Ed McDaniel, the senior from Tulsa. That's his 4th point, and Arkansas is up 1 at 8-7.
Arkansas is not using that full court pressure yet, Tom. They've kind of backed off and allowed Kentucky to bring the ball up.
Let McCarty bring it up against Williamson, a pretty good move. Offensive foul, Roderick Rhodes. First on Rhodes.
Rod Rhodes very active here so far in this first half. Scotty Thurman now on Rhodes. See, he makes the move, the offensive foul, player control. Arkansas gets it. That time they had Thurman on Rhodes.
Kentucky is man-to-man here. McCarty defending Williamson. Williamson got his own. Hope was riding him like a horse. No call. Williamson popped it through. 4 for Corliss.
Is there anybody more tenacious at going and getting his own missed shot than Corliss Williamson?
Shepard's leader. 1-point game again.
What a show. I knew it was going to be like this.
Beck, a hand check from Shepard. Second foul on Jeff Shepard.
See, hand checks work both ways.
That's right. And off the bench, Anthony Epps will replace Jeff Shepard. He'll have to sit with 2 early fouls. We played just less than 4 minutes in this SEC championship game.
Quality of play does not diminish when Anthony Epps comes into the game to replace Shepard. He's had a terrific tournament.
McDaniels misses the 3. And then knocked away from behind by Thurman. That's his specialty. Thurman for 3. He made it happen. He created the steal, and he hits the tray.
And here comes the pressure from the Razorbacks.
And they throw it over. McCarty threw a bad pass that Epps could not catch, and Rick Pitino wants a 20-second timeout.
Watch again as Scotty Thurman slaps this away from Rod Rhodes. It goes to Beck. He picks it up, and Arkansas comes right back, and Scotty Thurman nails it in the corner.
We'll make it a full timeout and be right back.
First, I figured I'd forgotten where I'd parked. And then I knew. I called my husband, the police, and Ken, my nationwide insurance agent.
Willie was upset. You don't get your car stolen every day.
2 days later, my car showed up.
Broken windows, scratches, I mean, nothing major.
It wasn't a pretty sight, but the check sure was. Ken got it to me the next day.
Helping someone, it's a good feeling. That's why I'm a Nationwide agent.
Nationwide is on your side.
What you gonna catch with that, Pop?
The big one!
It's the biggest slice of the year. Sony's Seafood Celebration. 5 new seafood dinners. Try our New Orleans shrimp, sourdough breaded scallops, blackened cod, or shrimp scampi. But you better hurry. These fish are flying.
That'd be a keeper.
Okay, I'm out on the road talking to cars about BP Super 93. You use BP 93 Super.
BP 93 Super. When you put it in me, I run smooth. But when you use that other stuff, boom, 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 boom.
I run better. I run better. I run a lot better.
If you're running clean and burning clean, you're going to last longer than if you're not, just like the arteries in a person.
Good analogy. Well, there you have it. 9 out of 10 cars, when asked, recommend BP Super 93. BP on the move.
See Arkansas leading by 4. Watch Anthony Epps chasing the basketball. Up over the top, the radio crew. Oh, I recognize those two folks right there.
Wendy and Scott. Look at Scott looking to see if he's on the big screen.
Yeah.
There he is.
All right, you guys, you can put a little hand there. Look, yeah.
We produced our pregame show today and now enjoying the game. Kentucky has turned the ball 5 times, turned it over 5 times, resulting in 9 Arkansas points. Thurman for 3.
Great rebound by Corey Beck. The second leading rebounder on this club, kept it alive and got it to the man who can bury the 3, Scotty Thurman.
He has 6 points on a pair of trays. Arkansas leads by 7. Delk dishes back to McCarty. Got his own rebound. His follow shot will go through. Kentucky has hit 3 out of 4 shots. The problem has been the turnover.
Kentucky's in a man-to-man defense now. They've gone out of that early zone they had. There's Williamson inside. Forget it. Good pass from Thurman. Williamson had a step. He has 6 in the early going. So Thurman has 6. Williamson has 6. Arkansas has a 7-point lead. Now, I don't know, there's another player in college basketball that's more difficult to guard than Corliss Williamson inside.
Rick Pitino saying to Bob Kessling in the pregame show, we can't let Corliss Williamson or Scotty Thurman beat us. So far they are. Offensive foul, second on Roderick Rhodes.
Watch right here, Corey Beck. After he gets the rebound, finds Scotty Thurman, and that's nothing but the bottom. Now, look at Williamson on the inside. These two guys combined for 50 points in that win against Kentucky in Fayetteville, and they're taking off right where they left off. Rhodes will sit down with 2. And Antoine Walker is on. Had a terrific game against Florida. Career high 21 yesterday. Robinson for 3. They are deadly from beyond that arc. They are 5 for 7 in this first half. 10-point game. An early blitz for the Razorbacks, sending Kentucky back on its heels early. Walker knifes through. What a nice pass by Anthony Epps. Terrific pass. Good look. Good finish by Walker. Thurman. Boy, he is something, Tom. You got to respect the three-point shooting ability. When you get up on him, he goes by you. Scotty Thurman looking good. He has 8. Epps for 3. Hope the offensive board. And a foul. Second foul on Williamson. We're going to give you a lot of great replays today. This is just one of them. Anthony Epps with a great pass to Walker, making a cut down the lane. Watch the spin by Pope. Good block by Corliss Williamson. At least he thought it was.
Instead, he's assessed his second personal foul. He'll stay in the game. Here's Jared Prickett for Kentucky with McCarty going out. And now Lee Wilson up off the Arkansas bench, and he will replace Corliss Williamson.
Well, Nolan came off of that bench in a hurry because he saw that the whistle had been blown. He knew it was against his big man inside. Some precious minutes going to be missed right now by Corliss Williamson on that floor. They just hope Martin can be an able replacement.
Nolan's talking to anybody he can find over there. Anybody that'll listen. Pope hits 1 of 2. Wilson the rebound. 23-14 Razorbacks. Robinson for 3. Rebounded by Prickett. Epps tried to dish it inside, deflected by Wilson. Here's McDaniel on a run out.
Arkansas's defense causing a lot of problems for Kentucky. They're turning it over.
6 of them. Kelk can't hit it. Thurman. Last touch by Pope of Kentucky. Corey Beck is leading the cheers, and that gets a surge from the Arkansas fans.
Boy, it has been all Razorback so far through this approximately first 7 minutes of the first half. 25 points already, and we've yet to play a full 7, Tom.
Here's Chris Harrison into the game for Kentucky. Replacing Pope as Kentucky goes small. McCarty is also back.
Change your defense a little bit when Williamson's out of the lineup.
Wilson can't get the lob pass. Epps gets a screen from Prickett, brings it into front court. And Epps travel. That is 8 Kentucky turnovers, and the point guard play has been a real problem. First Shepard and now Epps.
Very erratic. In fact, the entire Kentucky team turning the ball over much more than they did during the year.
There's the big guy Dwight Stewart on for Arkansas, who missed 8 games with his knee scoped, and Al Dillard is here too. Dillard, the three-point shooting specialist. In fact, since January, hitting up close to 50% from three-point range. His turnovers have been killing Kentucky, have resulted in 17 of Arkansas's 25 points. Wilson misses the jam. Prickett rips down the rebound. Walker with a path to the hoop.
2 good baskets for Walker. Beck kind of backed off.
Corey Beck.
What a pass. What a great pass. Corey Beck with deep penetration. Wilson wide open on the left.
Arkansas by 11. Another steal. Beck against Epps.
Turnovers are killing Kentucky.
Arkansas's defense is shredding Kentucky. 9 turnovers. Walker for 3. Chased down by Beck. Dillard. And they'll set it up on the half court. Stewart misses the 3. Picked up by Walker.
This game has had a frantic pace to it.
Kentucky's only gotten off 9 shots to 19 for Arkansas. Prickett loses it out of bounds. 10 Kentucky turnovers. And the first 9 minutes have all been Arkansas.
It's happening. Only America's hottest car company
could have a sale like this. The National Chrysler Plymouth sale is here. Get up to $1,200 off the friendly Plymouth Neon. Over $1,600 off the luxury family sedan Chrysler Concorde. And over $1,800 off the luxurious Chrysler New Yorker. Now's the time to save like never before.
But it won't last long.
The National Chrysler Plymouth Sale. Only at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Here on the Outback, we play our own brand of football. Outback rules. No sidelines. No time limits. No telling which way the boomerang will bounce. Just the ultimate goal. Great steak. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
Arkansas blitzing Kentucky early, 29-16 with just over 11 minutes left. Early this morning at 8:45, Rick Pitino had his players out for a run-through. This tape was taken at 9:37. They had a rather lengthy practice this morning and a serious one at that. And you see Pitino conducting the practice. Do you think that having played 2 games in 2 days and one in just a few hours, this was a good move by Pitino?
You know, Tom, I don't think that really bothers a club because it's usually just a walk-through situation. They get up, get out of bed, get out here, check out a couple of cobwebs. It was not a very strenuous practice. It was simply a walk-through and a scouting report. So, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's had an effect. What's had an effect has been this Arkansas defense.
And it's a normal procedure for Kentucky, so something the players are accustomed to. McDaniel for 3. Kentucky's vaunted defense has not been able to slow down Arkansas. One thing Pitino said after that practice today was that his players were a little tight, and they have been very tentative in this game. Hope lost it. 11 turnovers.
Well, Arkansas moving the ball well, looking inside. They've done everything right through this first 10 minutes.
Kentucky intimidated at the moment. Yesterday against Florida, Kentucky had 22 assists, 11 turnovers for the game. There's a jump ball called. Alternate possession will give it to Arkansas. Yesterday against Florida, Kentucky had 22 assists for the game, 11 turnovers. Here in the first 10 minutes, they have 1 assist, 11 turnovers. They've already equaled their entire game production yesterday and have 21 fewer assists.
Well, Arkansas is really taking the battle to them, Tom. You know, all the times what will turn a game for you is your defense. Arkansas has done that the first 10 minutes. They've been able to capitalize with some good shooting. If Kentucky's going to get back in this game, the one thing they've depended on all year long has been their defense.
McDaniel from 15. And Rhodes the rebound.
And remember, Arkansas is getting all this done with Corliss Williamson on the bench.
Rhodes for Pope, and a foul. Kentucky will step to the line, trying to break a 7-0 Arkansas run.
Nice bounce pass inside to Mark Pope. Look at Rhodes drop that ball as he makes the move inside. He got ball, but he got mostly body.
Arkansas sends to number 40, Elmer Martin, for number 33,
Elmer Martin, who had been a starter, makes an appearance for the Razorbacks as Pope misses the free throw. Nothing going right for Kentucky.
It's a guy that shoots 77% from the line.
Misses 2. And McDaniel wrestles the rebound away from Harrison. Remont.
Boy, are they clean it. Oh, my, oh, my.
inside out. They've hit 6 of 10 3-pointers, and they're just about to run Kentucky out of the Georgia Dome. Now numbers as they beat the press. Harrison pulls up, goes glass for his first bucket.
Nice handle by Shepard that time.
Stewart cut off by McCarty. Martin spotted for the 3. A rare miss. Out of bounds to the Wildcats. Andre Riddick replaces Mark Pope. You see Corey Beck off the Arkansas bench. He'll come in for McDaniel.
And here comes Arkansas's pressure again. They didn't use this press the first 5 minutes of the game, but after that first commercial timeout, they came back with it, and they've had some success getting turnovers against Kentucky.
Shepard back in at the point for the Wildcats. It's been a problem in the game. Harrison open for the 3. McCarty kept it alive. Harrison tracks it down. Rhodes.
Nice pass by Harrison. He went and got his own shot. Shepard now applying pressure to Beck.
Rod Rhodes has 5. Kentucky within 15. Stewart spinning. Riddick rejecting.
Maybe that's the defensive play that will ignite this offense. Offense, Roderick Rhodes. Good pass from Chris Harrison after he got his own missed shot. Once again underneath as Riddick goes up, and Stewart had no chance against one of the leading shot blockers in the SEC. He also took out about 8 rows of photographers over there.
Corliss Williamson is back for Arkansas.
Shepard on Beck. Williamson wants it. He's in position.
Blocked by Riddick. His second block in as many possessions.
Tom, oftentimes the defense will get you going. Andre Riddick with his second block in a row. One against Stewart and the other against Williamson.
8 minutes left in the first half. It's been all red. The Wildcats try to rally. We'll be back after this from CarQuest Auto Parts.
First day my new boss throws me the keys.
Get it fixed, kid.
So I took it to Charlie. Guy's a real pro.
Let's get the parts.
Charlie says to be the best, you gotta use the best. Like top quality Champion spark plugs from CarQuest. Champion gets engines started faster and running their best.
Relax. It's done. Did you get the car fixed, kid?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you get the parts?
CarQuest?
Welcome to the pros, kid.
Can they plow the back 40? Introducing the new, more powerful Grand L Series from Kubota with our smoothest, quietest tractor engine yet.
Nationwide Insurance SEC Scholar athlete is Frank Secker of the Vanderbilt Commodores. The junior guard from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, who usually has a better haircut than that, has a 3.4 grade point average in mechanical engineering. Was also named to the All-SEC academic team last year. Frank Secker, our Nationwide Insurance SEC Scholar athlete.
Arkansas 14 of 25 so far. Kentucky 7 of 12, so they've more than doubled their field goal attempts and more than doubled their field goal made.
Three-point attack, 6 of 11. Kentucky has yet to scratch as Scotty Thurman nails another jump shot.
3 threes for Thurman here in the first half.
McCarty into front court. Shepard penetrates. Missed the shot. Tap no good by Riddick. Arkansas's Robinson hauls it down. Williamson battling McCarty inside for position. Beck got it to Williamson. No basket. Foul on Kentucky on Andre Riddick. First foul on Riddick.
That was a funny pass. It was almost like a handoff. He was close enough to just lay it in his lap. Watch Corliss Williamson right here. He says, what am I doing with this thing? Too many people in here. You can see the foul committed before Williamson got to the basket. Team fouls even up at 6 apiece. Break for Kentucky because Williamson was going for a layup.
John Fogarty, John Rutledge, Andre Patillo are the officials for today. That's Andre. There's Rutledge. McDaniel. Good block out by McCarty.
Here comes the double team. Beck will find a place to double up.
Nice fake by Shepard. Hit the shot too. 4 points for Jeff. Kentucky back within 15.
Kentucky needs to turn this defense up. They need some turnovers against Arkansas to get back in this thing.
Thurman.
Oh, he is so good. So good.
Scotty has 13 points. Shepard, he'll pull up, and he answers. And then McDaniel loses it. No, he saved it, they say. Fans over there, and Rick Pitino do not agree.
Boy, that was a tremendous save by McDaniel over there. He took out about 2 computers and a typewriter on the way over.
First 2 rows aren't safe today, the way this game is being played, the intensity on both sides. Traveling call, Corey Beck.
Scotty Thurman has been the offensive scoring star for this Arkansas team in the first half. Watch this move right against McCarty. A 6'9" guy went right up against him. Here's the second of 2 baskets in a row by Scott Shepard as he goes down the middle for his second basket right in that same area.
Jeff Shepard.
Sorry, Jeff Shepard.
That last possession by Arkansas was the first time that either team has seen the shot clock go under 10 seconds. That's the frantic pace of this one. Off a screen, Delk is open.
That time they got a good open screen and Delk used it.
He had 31 in Fayetteville. That's his first basket today. Traveling call on Williamson. 4th Arkansas turnover.
Corliss Williamson likes this ball down low right here. I guess they felt like he picked up his pivot foot as he made that turn. Don Rutledge with a call.
Turnovers still played a big part. 22 points for Arkansas off the Kentucky miscue. Rhodes misses a 3. Off Epps, he can't handle it, and Robinson will go free. Riddick caught up to him and fouled him, preventing the basket, committing his second foul.
Tom, one of the things you never do is not have somebody back on defense, and Kentucky really, no one in position to get back to defend those runouts, and Arkansas's had a couple already.
Arkansas sends in number 3, Eric Miller, for number 12.
Announcers for this game selected and compensated by Jefferson Pilot Sports. Any use of the broadcast without the express permission of the Southeastern Conference and Jefferson Pilot Sports is prohibited. Mark Pope has returned for Kentucky as Riddick sits in 2. Darnell Robinson at the line. A sophomore from Oakland, California, 6'11". Only hits 41% at the line, so you understand why the Arkansas fans let out a cheer. 42% actually.
Just rounding off.
The 6th point of the game. Scotty Thurman with the rebound, taken away by Epps.
He's got Delk in the corner if he wants him.
Lobs it to Rhodes instead, and he scores.
Kentucky gradually working their way back into this game.
They're down 12 and another turnover. This is an offensive foul.
Watch again as Kentucky runs to the break. You see Delk over in the corner. Rhodes floats down inside, and he gets it against Robinson on a nice pass.
First foul on Scotty Thurman will send us to the Kentucky free throw line. Team foul 7 each as Scotty explains what happened to John Clougherty, who's having none of it. And there's a big screen here, and the fans, Kentucky fans, got an eyeball of Thurman lobbying and didn't much like it.
As a player, that's an obligation on every player's part to always talk to an official after a foul and say, I'm sure I didn't do that.
Rhodes with 8 points in 4 of his 5 free throws.
John Rutledge having a conversation now with Walker and Stewart. Things getting a little testy out here.
There's Stewart on the left, Walker on the right. Rhodes hits 2, and it's a 10-point game. Jared Prickett to replace Roderick Rhodes.
This is the closest Kentucky has been in some time.
Blue and red all mixed in together here at the Georgia Dome. 2 best set of fans you'll find anywhere.
Any college.
Kentucky on an 8-1 run, trying to get back in it. Robinson turn around. Wow, Pope had a hand in his face.
Well, Robinson really starting to come into his own. Missed a couple of games during the season, but he looks like he's got his game together.
He has 8 points today. Epps dribbling against the tough defense, sticky defense of Beck. And Walker with a running baseline slam.
Well, there's a freshman who's starting to come into his own, too.
Back to 10.
Career high 21 against Florida yesterday. He looks like he wants to play again today.
He has 6.
Good rub off. Dillard tried to use it. Robinson, who's been really hot this first half for Arkansas.
Stewart traveled. No, jump ball they'll call. Jump ball. Held ball on Dwight Stewart. Possession arrow, Kentucky.
Watch Dwight Robinson right here against Mark Pope. Nice turnaround jumper on the baseline. Now watch Walker on the other end go baseline.
Antoine Walker trying to spark the Wildcats, who have hit 4 of their last 5 shots and have a chance to get it back down to single digits. Prickett dribbling up against Stewart. Walker on the low post calling for it. He's got a mismatch with Thurman. They don't get it to him. Now Epps finds Walker, who misses the layup.
Tommy fumbled it a little bit on the way up.
Arkansas is back with a fake, and he misses. Turnaround is fair play.
Who said this game was fair?
Prickett. A push on Dwight Stewart. First foul.
You know, that's a real mismatch for Stewart. He cannot keep up with Prickett, who's a pretty decent ball handler out there. Stewart's defense, he just reached out and pushed him as he made his move to the basket.
3:38 left in the opening half. Frantic pace to this match of top 5 teams.
Number 32, Jared Prickett, going to the line for the Wildcats.
Wildcats think they have a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, locked up regardless. Arkansas making its case. Prickett rolls it through.
Seems like to me this entire tournament, these rims have been very, very kind to these shooters. We saw a ball bounce yesterday. It must have gone 10 feet above the rim and ball back through.
That was a Walker 3. Prickett hits them both. And suddenly Kentucky has scratched and clawed its way back. The Wildcats now only trail by
8. Imagine a rent-a-car company that will pick you up right at your door. That's Enterprise. Call us. We'll arrange to come to you, take you back to our office, and you're on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Television of the future? I've got it now. DirecTV. It's movies, hit movies, tons of movies. It's like browsing in a video store right in your living room and always finding what you want. Ooh. The hit movies I want start every 30 minutes. Now, for just $2.99 each, the movies come to me. All digital, so I can get a great picture with CD sound. That never happened before. For more movies, sports, and cable networks, get your DSS 18-inch dish and DirecTV at your RCA dealer.
When you're working hard, you can be in all kinds of pain. Power, BC Power. The same BC that stops headache pain, stops all kinds of pain. BC Power in the powder. Power of BC. When you're in a world of hurt, nothing stops pain faster than BC. The power of BC.
Yeah, life's competitive, all right. Win or lose, doesn't matter. It's how you look at the finish line.
Get there first.
SEC basketball is brought to you in part by Shoney's Restaurants. Hurry in today to catch the seafood celebration. And by Scott's. There is a difference in lawn care, the Scott's difference. The Georgia Dome in Atlanta filled to basketball capacity. The Wildcats once trailed by 19. They have not turned the ball over the last 6 minutes and 20 seconds, and they've gotten back into a trailing now by 8.
Tom, has been the difference, and we talked about at the top of the show what it took to win this game. I said the club that does not turn the ball over is going to win it. Kentucky did, and now they've shut down those turnovers, and the offense has picked it up.
Dillard in the game for Arkansas. Can't get a shot off.
I think it really makes a big difference to this Arkansas offense when Corliss Williamson is not occupying that low post.
Yes, two fouls. Sweeping hook won't go from Robinson. Now to Thurman for 3.
Corey Beck again with that big rebound and the kick-out pass to Scotty Thurman.
Beck, one of the best rebounding guards in the SEC, made it happen, and Thurman is having a great game so far. 11 turnovers the first 10 minutes, none for Kentucky since. That's why they've gotten back in it. Walker, he's been a real lift off the Kentucky bench. Now Epps tying up Beck. Alternate possession will give it to Arkansas. Here's an MCI proof positive replay.
Tom, once again, for the second time in this half, Corey Beck gets a rebound and throws it back out to Scotty Thurman, who drains a 3. How many is it? 4 threes for him in this half?
Scotty has hit 3 of... Just a minute. Thurman and Walker have been warned for trash talking, we understand, from John Clockerty. Scotty Thurman has hit 3 of 4 from the three-point arc. Okay. Seems like more than that, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I guess one of his jump shots must have his foot inside the line.
He did. It's a 2. Remots. Rolled out, and Walker the rebound. Antoine with a nice pass to Epps. Kentucky has an advantage. Hope for 3.
Now the trays are rated on the other end.
First 3 for the Wildcats. It comes from Mark Pope with 2 minutes left. And Kentucky's within 6.
Here comes those blue-clad fans, too, to their feet.
Thurman. Walker prevented the shot. Remots for 3. Oh!
What a big shot by Remots. Pope was all over him.
Arkansas has had 8 of 13 from three-point range. Foul called on Clint McDaniel of Arkansas. away from the ball against Tony Delk.
Delk was trying to make a cut to the basket, and McDaniel just reached out and grabbed him. Tony Delk so very quick going down that lane. I think they had a good backdoor cut there, and that's the reason that he grabbed him. Look at the three-point field goals.
8 of 13. Kentucky got its first from Mark Pope. It was yesterday, it was Kentucky that couldn't miss from the three-point arc against Florida. Pope sits down, replaced by McCarty. Ninth Arkansas foul. Tony Delk, who has only 2 points, will shoot. Missed it. Missed the first of a 1+1.
Kentucky struggling at that free throw line today, a place where they usually are pretty good.
McDaniel for 3. Offensive board, Robinson. He's fouled.
Good offensive rebounding position by Darnell Robinson. Nobody there to check him off, but McDaniel got the good shot, the look. He couldn't finish, but watch Darnell Robinson gather it in. Prickett on the arm.
First on Jarrett. Remember, Arkansas has built this lead without Corliss Williamson, essentially. He's been on the bench in foul trouble much of the half. Dillard re-entering the lineup for Thurman.
Number 44, Darnell Robinson at the line.
Well, Nolan Richardson knew what he was doing starting Darnell Robinson today, didn't he? He has 8 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, both you and I are somewhat superstitious when it comes to doing things when things are going right. And he decided, even after winning 10 games in a row with Elmer Martin in there, he went with Robinson. It was the right choice.
Double figures for the big guy. He'll go out of the game, replaced by another big guy, Dwight Stewart. Arkansas has thrown back the Kentucky challenge to build the lead back to 11. Prickett.
Nice pass by Epps. He kind of tiptoed along that sideline there to stay in bounds and got the ball to Prickett underneath.
First bucket for Prickett. Final minute, final 40 seconds of the first half.
Oh, good back cut and a great steal by Epps.
Epps, I don't know how he got there. He had great anticipation and just timed it perfectly. Now Kentucky can hold for the final shot. And Dillard is trying to guard Walker at 6'9". Walker is calling for the lob. They're going to hold it late. It's a mismatch if Kentucky wants it. Now they clear out. Walker comes off a screen.
Now they've made the switch.
Epps penetrates, puts it up, got it, and a foul.
What a move by Epps. How about the defensive play to get back away from the ball? Then he takes it to the other end, the penetration, now a chance for a three-point play. Watch right here. McDaniel on the arm. Good call.
Second foul on McDaniel. It sends Anthony Epps to the line with a chance for a three-point play. He has 2 points on that bucket and 5 assists. Free throw is through.
Oh, what a great finish for Kentucky. Anthony Epps providing the spark.
Back just inside midcourt, off the glass as the first half comes to an end. Arkansas once led by 19, but Kentucky has closed to within 6 at intermission. At the end of the first half, SEC championship game, Arkansas 50, Kentucky 44. Bob Kessling with halftime in a moment.
Today's SEC action is brought to you by Nationwide Insurance. Check the yellow pages for the Nationwide agent nearest you. By MCI, the company that brings you proof positive. By Plymouth Neon. Say hello to the frisky new Plymouth Neon Sports Coupe. By DirecTV. Stay tuned at halftime when Dick Vitale presents the DirecTV Dish Out the Winner sweepstakes. And by BC Powder. No matter where you're hurting, nothing works faster than BC Powder.
There are no blue ribbons for doing the little things.
No tributes for just keeping your sense of humor. But the men who give their best every day deserve our best. Gillette Series Shaving Gel with advanced lubricants for incredible smoothness, Sensor Excel with microfins, and Gillette Aftershave Conditioner for extra comfort. Together, Gillette's best shave. And sometimes that's its own reward. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Green, green, it's green they say.
Crabgrass can ruin the look of a beautiful course like this, unless you know what you're doing. You've got to stop crabgrass early, before it starts. I tell people to do the same thing at home with Scott's Turf Builder Plus Halts. Every patented particle greens your lawn and has the most effective crabgrass preventer you can buy. Use it now and stop crabgrass before it starts. There is a difference in fertilizers, the Scott's difference.
What you gonna catch with that, Pop?
The big one! It's the biggest splash of the year. Sony's Seafood Celebration. 5 new seafood dinners. Try our New Orleans shrimp, sourdough breaded scallops, blackened cod, or shrimp scampi. But you better hurry. These fish are flying.
That'd be a keeper.
It's happening. Only the people who invented America's best-selling minivans could have a sale like this. The Chrysler Plymouth National Minivan Sale is here. Get $1,000 cash back on Plymouth Voyager, Roomy or Grand Voyager, and Chrysler Town & Country. Chrysler minivan owners get an extra $500 back. Add that to option package values and get up to $2,600 off. But it won't last long. The Chrysler Plymouth National Minivan Sale. Only at the minivan store at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
To me, the key word is preparation. I learned that from my dad. I also learned the value of working together and leading by example. That's why I volunteer in this United Way supported reading program, because I believe in getting kids ready for their future. That means helping them see in words the power they have in themselves. What's this word? Champion. Who's the champion? We are. That's right.
The SEC and United Way teaming up to make a difference.
The Southeastern Conference enjoys a rich tradition of excellence in both academic and athletic endeavors. A major reason for the success of the SEC is our partnership with some of America's top corporations. As corporation sponsors, these businesses help fund SEC youth clinics, drug education programs, and are the official presenters of each of the men and women's conference championships. The Southeastern Conference is proud to be associated with these companies, which are making a positive contribution to intercollegiate athletics.
The strength of the Southeastern Conference is legendary. 9 national titles in 1 year. The nation's top football attendance with nearly 5 million fans and more than $23 million in scholarships. At First Alabama and Regions Bank, we salute the strength of the SEC. Because whether it's in athletics or banking, we know that strength means success.
First Alabama and Regions, official banks of the SEC championships.
Take the Gillette 3-point challenge to enter. Look for Gillette coupons in last Sunday's newspaper or Gillette displays at participating retailers. It's your shot at $1 million. No purchase is necessary. Void where prohibited. The fans are getting a chance to rest. They've been on their feet this whole first half. Yesterday, Kentucky scored 45 points at halftime and led Florida by 15. Today, the Cats have scored 44, and they're down by 6 to Arkansas. It's been a great first half with the Razorbacks leading by 6. Dave Baker standing by with a special guest who I think has also been impressed with the talent on display here today.
No question, Bob. Former NBA great Isaiah Thomas, now the part owner of the Toronto Raptors of the NBA. And Isaiah, you're getting ready to go in the fall, obviously scouring the country for talent.
Yeah, we start in the fall. It's a very exciting time for us, and you know, you guys have a lot of talent here in the SEC, and there's a lot of talent in the ACC. So I'm just trying to get myself acclimated with as many guys as I possibly can. So when June comes around, we can pick the right guy for our franchise.
How's the adjustment been from running things on the floor to running things in the front office?
Actually, it's been pretty smooth. I haven't encountered any problems. No, I would say the biggest problem has been the commute from Detroit to Toronto. Having moved my family up, we'll be moving up in June. But other than that, everything's been really smooth.
Great first half so far.
Yeah, it is. Great game. You know, the tempo and the pace of the game, even if it's a 12-point lead or a 14-point lead, the way that at the fast pace that they're playing, the team is able to come back and get into the game with three-point shot. Very exciting game to watch.
Isaiah, thanks for stopping by. Best of luck to the Raptors next year.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, that's Isaiah Thomas, Bob.
I'm sure Isaiah would love to play in a game like this today. This is his style. Now time for the Chrysler Plymouth Championship Challenge. The lucky winner of the contest, where he had a chance to pick the SEC's Eastern and Western Division champs, Nigel Hensley of Lutcher, Alabama, will receive a VIP trip for two to the 1995 Direct TV Grade 8 tournament. Congratulations to Nigel Hensley of Lutcher, Alabama. When these two teams played in the regular season, they were in the 90s. We might have a 100-point game on our hand today. Arkansas leads by 6 at halftime.
About 65 miles south of the nearest stoplight, and 2 miles up in the Rocky Mountain sky, you'll find skier's heaven, also known as Telluride Ski Mountain, where the skiing's perfect and the views are even better. And whether you're going to extremes or just going for a lesson, don't go without your Visa card, because at Telluride Ski Mountain, they'll let you take the plunge, but they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Joe, our nationwide insurance agent, said it reminded him of his first house. It needed a little work.
Patty and her husband got their friends together.
We got the place looking great.
Yeah, I was able to help a little. I mean, since they now have a homeowner's policy with Nationwide, I could offer them a home car discount.
It was a really nice little housewarming gift. I'm glad Joe saved us money because we still have a few little things that need to be fixed up, like a Nationwide.
Okay, I'm at BP talking to cars about Super 93. So how do you feel?
Oh, much cleaner, refreshed.
You feel cleaner?
We don't have all of that garbage that goes up through the fuel injectors.
Keeps the fuel injectors a lot cleaner. You know, it's better for the engine.
You want me to show you how I run when I had a 93 in me?
Yes.
Just that smooth.
Well, there you have it. 9 out of 10 cars, when asked, recommend BP Super 93. BP on the move.
I purr like a kitten.
That's great.
How good was Arkansas in the first half? Kentucky shoots 64% from the field and still trails by 6 points at halftime, 50-44. Now it's time for the Jefferson Pilot scoreboard. Other games around the country. Metro Tournament Championship. Louisville trying to win their way into the Big Dance, leading at halftime. Oklahoma State on top of Iowa State in the Big 8 Championship. And in the Big Ten, not a tournament game, but Purdue is leading Michigan 55-47. Scotty Thurman, 15 points in the first half, leading Arkansas to a 6-point lead over Kentucky. Second half coming up with Tom and Larry in a moment.
Considering what your business has to figure,
25, 30. How much time we got left?
you may not have figured that if your business uses AT&T, you're probably on the wrong calling plan. Over half of AT&T's customers are, which is why hundreds of thousands of businesses are trading in AT&T and investing in Proof. MCI will analyze your AT&T bill and give you proof positive, written proof of how much your business can save by switching to MCI, proving once again the only savings that are true are the ones you can see.
Went out to buy a car. Dad said good luck. Saw my new Ford Ranger and said, son, that's a truck. My girlfriend loves the new inside. Now all she wants to do is ride. Mom sees the airbag and takes heart. Finally her boy's getting smart. My best friend pops the hood. Look for horsepower. That's good. Well, my boss says it takes the cake. A truck with anti-lock brakes. So yeah, my Ford Ranger's really hot stuff. Now Dad asks, can I borrow the truck?
Funny thing about March Madness, as more teams drop out, more friends drop in. Fewer teams, more friends. Good thing Pizza Hut has the March Madness meal deal. Buy any large regular price pizza and we'll throw in a dozen free buffalo wings plus a free NCAA tournament guidebook. Because by the time only 2 teams are left, you're going to have a lot of friends. The March Madness meal deal.
Advance Auto Parts presents part number 12, the hand. A remarkable part of every Advance Auto Parts salesperson, the hand can grasp any automotive situation.
My car goes...
Instantly, the hand tests the electrical system, removes the dead battery, and with free installation, puts in a new Autocraft battery. All you have to do is shake part number 12. Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
Dish out the winners, presented by DirecTV.
Okay, baby, let's dish out the winners. I'm going to look into my crystal ball, see what teams will be invited to the DirecTV Grade A Festival. The spirits tell me it's Arkansas with Corliss Williamson and Scotty Thurman and the great coach Nolan Richardson. Now, you can dish out the winners, too, by entering the DirecTV Dish Out the Winners sweepstakes. Send a postcard with the 8 teams that you think might be invited to the DirecTV Grade A Festival, and you might win these prizes.
This week's Advance Auto Parts Smart Play of the Week comes from the game between Ole Miss and Arkansas. The Razorbacks applying the 40 minutes of hell defense. Scotty Thurman gets a piece of the ball. Reggie Garrett punches it up court back to Thurman, who dishes to Corliss Williamson for the easy bucket. Let's take another look at Arkansas's smart defense. The Razorbacks using the half-court trap, forcing the turnover, which leads to the easy 2. And that's our Advance Auto Parts Smart Play of the Week.
Welcome back to the Georgia Dome, getting ready for the second half. Arkansas leading Kentucky by 6. At one point in the first half, just under the 10-minute mark, Arkansas had a 19-point lead, taking advantage of Kentucky turnovers. Wildcats eliminated the turnovers and got right back in it.
Tom, I think the statistics really show everything in that first half. The shooting was astounding on the part of both clubs. You can take a look right here as they come up.
Field goal percentage, Arkansas hitting 54%, but Kentucky 64%. As you see, they have 10 fewer shots. They have been productive at the free throw line. 3-point field goals, one of the big differences in the game. A +7 in that department for the Razorbacks. Rebounding about even. Turnovers, Kentucky had 11 the first 10 minutes, none the second. Arkansas had 1 turnover the first 10 minutes, 7 after that. They have gotten 22 points off the Wildcat miscues.
Yeah, but the big guy of the story in the first half was Scotty Thurman, who had 15 big points. He did everything for them. Watch Corey Beck. He had 2 offensive rebounds in the first half, and both of them led to Scotty Thurman 3-point field goals. Beck doing a great job, Thurman doing a great job shooting. On the inside, watch Kentucky give the ball up. As you told, Tom, everybody on our audience out there about the turnovers, it really hurt Kentucky, and Arkansas took full advantage of it. Beck following up on the turnover by Kentucky. Let's go back and take a look at the freshman, Anton Walker. He had another good first half. A good game, 21 points against Florida the other day. He's come back and gotten 8 so far in the first half of this one.
So we're ready to start the second half in just a moment to decide the SEC tournament champion.
Hello, friends. Al Purnell here, taking it easy down on the farm in Kentucky. When you want to take it easy and have something really good to eat, get a box of Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage Patties. Just keep them in the freezer. Take out the patties you want to cook and let the skillet do the thawing. Then put the rest back in the freezer to keep that good Old Folks flavor. Look for this big box of 30 Old Folks Country Sausage Patties at your favorite store. Keep Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage on hand, because it's good.
What's the difference between the John Deere and the Yardman lawn tractor? About 400 bucks. And a few standard features you won't find on the Deere. Yardman, it costs less, but it has so much more. What's the difference between the Honda and the Yardman lawnmower? About 20,000 Japanese yen. And a few standard features you won't find on the Honda. Yardman, it costs less, but it has so much more.
Jefferson Pilot Sports exclusive coverage of SEC basketball is brought to you by BP. Hey, Hoop fans, get your official BP basketball now. See BP stations for details. By the Jefferson Pilot Life Insurance Company, the vision to power your dreams. By DirecTV, sponsor of the DirecTV Grade 8. And by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Championship game of the 1995 Southeastern Conference Tournament. The Georgia Dome in Atlanta filled to basketball capacity. 29,000 or so here. And the frantic first half that saw Arkansas at one-time lead by 19. Kentucky cut it to 6 by the intermission. With producer Roger Roebuck, director Dave Burchett, Tom Hammond, Larry Conley, Bob Kessling, and Dave Baker. Quite a cast. And a fine fitting end to a season of Southeastern Conference basketball and hard work by our entire Jefferson Pilot crew.
Now, very quickly, I just noticed John Cloughley had a conversation with Corey Beck and Rod Rhodes out there. I think these guys have been whooping at each other a little bit, and the officials want to clean it up.
Rhodes misses from point-blank range and rebounded finally after a couple of taps by Arkansas. Scotty Thurman. McCarty skies for the rebound, but couldn't hold on. It'll go to the Razorbacks. Corliss Williamson back in the game. He only played 9 minutes the first half.
Watch Thurman right here. You see Shepard kind of move around. McCarty came in there with a strong rebound. Corliss Williamson thought he had it. Went right off his chest.
I think Williamson touched it last. Arkansas got a break. Scotty Thurman in the first half broke his own record for most three-point baskets as a walking call on Robinson. With 3 in the first half, Thurman has 86 for the season, breaking the record of 85 he set last year.
And McCarty's going to bring it up against Corliss Williamson. McCarty really handles the ball well for a big man.
McCarty had a subpar first half, as did Corliss in foul trouble.
There came the trap. Didn't work. Good rotation by McDaniel, but Kentucky handled it.
McCarty low post, double down, give it to Riddick. Puts it up, and no basket. Charging foul. Third on Andre Riddick.
Rick Pitino wanted Riddick to just turn around and shoot the jump shot. Corey Beck got a little, yeah, he did. He got a shot in the mouth. Looks like he's got some blood in his mouth there.
I'm going to bring him out. I'm going to bring him out. You're bringing him. I got blood on him. I got blood on him. I got blood.
Watch again. Now, here's the bounce pass by McCarty. Riddick turns left shoulder. And Beck takes the spill right in front of Williamson's feet.
Riddick, I don't think, confident of that jump shot from about 8 feet.
You see Beck on his back there. He's up now. Looks like he's going to hit for the bench.
Averaging 5.5 assists a game already. Has 5, does Beck. There's another angle of the shoulder to the mouth.
Riddick shot it pretty well when Beck went down on his backside.
After he got a little closer. Dillard has replaced Corey Beck. And the man gets up to full court pressure.
Still no score here in the second half.
Plays just about a minute.
I expect to see 5 or 6 baskets between these two clubs the way they played in the first half.
Dillard for 3. And taken away by Rhodes. Stripped it away from Robinson. Rhodes takes it all the way and commits another foul. His 3rd foul, all charging fouls.
McDaniel got back, and he was the only defender back for Arkansas. Kentucky had the number. 4-on-1, and Rhodes didn't give it up. Watch the charging foul. Look at McDaniel. Set, down.
Got to give the ball up. Stop at the free throw line, give the ball up.
How many times have we said that this year?
Told you my old high school coach Ralph Carlisle on the fast break drill used to put a chair right there at the free throw line. Didn't stop. You wish you had.
I bet you put a few dents in that chair, didn't you? Pretty good pressure that time by Kentucky. Walker and Shepard doing it to Robinson.
Riddick slaps the ball away from Williamson after McCarty came over to help out. 3rd block for Andre Riddick.
Well, Andre Riddick doing a good job on the defensive end here. Watch Williamson spin and go, and McCarty there to try to get it. He knocked it back up into the tuba section.
Still pitching a shutout here in the second half. 1:30 gone by. Robinson.
Nice pass by Corliss Williamson on the lob.
12 points for Darnell.
Arkansas's got so many weapons they can throw at you. Just like Kentucky.
Antoine Walker back in the game. Dips it up no good. Got his own and scores. Antoine Walker. Robinson made a good catch. Thurman for three. Put up and in by McDaniel.
Boy, they battle those offensive backboards.
McDaniel has 11. Here's Shepard in a hurry. Delk wide open. Nice fake. And a foul.
Tony Delk. Good move inside. Robinson thought he had it blocked. He simply hesitated, hung in the air, and went right by the wide body Robinson. Good fake on Williamson. Robinson looks, I got it. He got him on the arm. Tony Delk able to finish, and Robinson unhappy with himself.
Third foul on Darnell as you see it again.
Good hang in the air. Good hang time. Tony Delk. Darnell Robinson gets another one. His third.
Three-point play by Tony Delk. He has 5 in the game. It's a 5-point game. And a steal by Walker. Shepard to McCarty. Rolled out. Robinson the rebound and a foul.
Rick Pitino looked at McCarty and says, why would you do that? Once Robinson has the rebound, just go on and get back on defense. Great steal over in front of the Kentucky bench. Dillard's trying to get away. Look at Walker with that steal. Pass to Shepard. Shepard got it inside, and McCarty just could not get that ball to roll in.
Then commits the foul. Arkansas with the ball, leading by 5. Corliss Williamson to Thurman. Walker's guarding Thurman. Williamson got away from Riddick, and Riddick blocked it, but a foul inside.
Tom, I really think Riddick's a better post-up defender than he is out on the floor. When Corliss Williamson's in there, he has to think about the shot blocking ability of Riddick. But when he takes him out on the floor, he can go by him. Riddick not able to keep up with a much quicker Williamson. Look at that first step.
Riddick blocked the basketball, but the foul on Jeff Shepard, who came over to help, and he has 3. So Shepard will go to the bench with 3 fouls. Roderick Rhodes already over there with 3.
And Anthony Epps in the game to replace Shepard. He really was the guy who ignited that late first half rally. A good steal and then 3-point play.
Corliss Williamson once again this season for the 2nd year in a row, the SEC Player of the Year.
Everybody went out to slap hands with Corliss except Daniel. He just turned around and nodded to him. Tradition now. You make a free throw, everybody goes up and pat you on the hand.
8 points for Williamson. Walker.
Freshman starting to come into his own, isn't he, Tom?
Had 2 excellent back-to-back games.
The answer again.
One-on-one with Corliss. He has 12 points. Back to 5. Hope deflected it off McDaniel. Kentucky's ball.
Here comes that Kentucky defense. They've now turned the pressure on, much like Arkansas did to them in the first half. Go back and watch Antoine Walker against Williamson. Down the middle. The pull-up and the basket. Kentucky coming back.
22nd timeout called by Arkansas. Well, Kentucky is adding a new weapon to its arsenal in this tournament. Antoine Walker, no longer a freshman. He's playing like a veteran.
Watch Mark Pope. Good anticipation. He knocked it off of McDaniel's hand. McDaniel trying to get the call to go his way. It doesn't. Kentucky will get it back with a chance to cut it to 3 or maybe 2.
56-51 Arkansas. Kentucky has gotten back in the game after they eliminated the turnovers. 11 turnovers the first 10 minutes had the Wildcats reeling, and it looked like Arkansas, once ahead by 19, were going to blow them right out of Atlanta. Sherman's march didn't do much more damage than Arkansas did in the first 10 minutes.
Epps trying to find somebody. He got Pope underneath.
And they took it away from him. And Delk got it back.
What a scramble down in front of that Kentucky bench. Walker's open. Is going to go down the middle again.
Short. Tapped it, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Still a 5-point game.
Pope guarding Williamson. It's a little too high out for Corey Beck to get him the ball. Epps back in Williamson's lap.
Pace this half has slowed, as you knew it had to. McDaniel rejected by McCarty, but Thurman claims it for the Razorbacks. McDaniel got away, and again the ball deflected. Robinson with the shot clock expiring. I'd have taken all the bets you wanted on a shot clock violation in this game.
I don't think I would have ever thought that was going to happen.
Ball batted around like a pinball for a while, and then a shot clock violation gives it back to Kentucky. We'll return.
When you grow up in the American Southwest, once a day you feel a soul-shaking sense of awe. And there's another feeling you get when the sun disappears. You're scared out of your ever-loving mind. Well, maybe that's what inspired La Quinta to make their inn so friendly. Outside, they're lit up against the night sky, and inside, a soft splash is about the only sound you'll hear. Shh. La Quinta Inns. Why aren't you here?
I've got one chance a season to make this course look beautiful. You burn your lawn, your neighbors see it. I burn this, millions see it. You want to take chances? Go ahead. Me, I use Scott's.
Turf Builder has Scott's mistake-proof granules. They feed when the grass needs it. No over or underfeeding like you can get with ordinary fertilizers.
It's not like golf. You can't make it up on the next hole. You don't want to blow it? Use Scott's.
Mistake-proof granules. That's the Scott's difference.
Did you ever wonder what life is like on other planets? Like maybe there's this world where everybody can slam dunk? And everyone gets a Ford Ranger just for being born. Or there's a planet where nothing costs more than $1 and your biggest decision is what color probe to drive. Maybe there's a world where everybody's job is just to go to the beach and you get a Mustang convertible as a company car. Ford. Cool cars for a cool planet.
Things heating up at the Georgia Dome before an SEC record and Georgia Dome basketball record crowd. 30,057 here today. And we found Waldo in those 30,000. A pair of them. Total attendance for the tournament, 249,363. Another record. Nearly 250,000 people seeing SEC tournament basketball in Atlanta this week.
Pope wants it inside.
Kentucky blocks. 6-0. Delk for 3. Tapped once by McCarty and then taken by Williamson. Kentucky's three-point attack has not been there today.
Tony Delk is not having the game he had in Fayetteville.
Kentucky's 1 for 7 from the arc. Delk has contributed 0 for 2 of those.
Mark Pope, the only Kentucky player with a three-point field goal.
He blocks, does Pope. Williamson shot. 7 Kentucky blocks. Pope calling for it inside. Instead, Epps for 3. No good. Battle for the ball. McCarty.
Oh, what a move. Strong offensive rebound.
He has a half dozen points. It's a 3-point game. Double down of Williamson. Pitches out to Beck. Kentucky recovers to prevent the shot. Playing better defense.
There's a double down again. Look at Williamson. Good cross-court pass.
Thurman. Tapped by Robinson.
Oh, great offensive rebound by Darnell Robinson. Well, what a game he is having.
That breaks a 3-minute dry run for the Razorbacks. Hogs again leading by 5. Epps for 3. And McDaniel has the rebound. Away from the ball, foul, Mark Pope of Kentucky.
Tom, we're having an excellent offensive rebounding. Look at the McCarty work this backboard. I mean, that was a tremendous catch. But watch the Thurman miss on the Darnell Robinson tip in. Well, these two clubs really battle on that offensive backboard.
Taking no prisoners today, this game would be worthy of a national championship game.
And it may be before it's all said and done.
Wouldn't surprise me. Neither team has been able to hit a 3 in the second half. 0 for 3 on both ends. Williamson trying to muscle it up. Off the mark, rebounded by Delk. Dribbles his way out of trouble. Hope cut off by Stewart. Stewart blocked it. First Arkansas block.
Oh, what a nice defensive play by Dwight Stewart. They want Williamson again.
Thurman went behind the back to get it to him.
What a pass by Scotty Thurman. Do you think he's got ice water in his veins? He just loaded down, and it was a double bounce pass. It actually hit twice before it got to Corliss.
Corliss has 10 points, the 30th double-figure game this season. In 84 career games for the Hogs, double figures 78 times. Shepard got free, missed the shot. Dillard pulls up, got it. Arkansas has answered Kentucky. Great shooting. 22nd timeout, Kentucky in the midst of a 7-0 Arkansas run. Arkansas was leading by 5 when Scotty Thurman does this double bounce pass. 1, 2 to Corliss Williamson. Look at him go get it. Prickett there, Pope there, made no difference. Now, that got it to 7. Watch Arkansas get the ball and kick it out. Alex Dillard looks up. He sees Walker. I'll stop and pop. A 3. 10-point lead for the Razorbacks. At the conclusion of the game, we'll be selecting a BP best player from each team. In addition to recognizing our 2 best players, BP and its dealers will contribute $2,000 to the Southeastern Conference to be distributed among the member institutions' general scholarship funds under a conference-approved plan. And now would be a good time to thank BP and its dealers for all of its support of college basketball in general, Southeastern Conference basketball in particular, with those donations to the general scholarship funds throughout the season. Both teams had used their 22nd timeouts. Delk for 3. That's just a 2, excuse me. He was just had a foot on the stripe. Kentucky tried to press after that made field goal. They got a steal. Delk knocked it away. 3-on-1 break. Prickett. And 1. Kentucky right back at Arkansas. They get the lead by 10, and Kentucky comes back with a chance to cut it to 5. Look at the steal by Delk. Shepard pushing. Fan out. Fill the lanes. Delk left. Prickett right. Strong move. The foul by Stewart. And Kentucky's back in it again. Well, they cannot put these cats away. Second foul on Dwight Stewart. Jared Prickett at the free throw line with a half dozen points. Pressure again by Kentucky. 63-58. Beck dishes it. Remots for 3. I tell you what, he doesn't pop up very often, but when he does, he makes it count. He has 9 points. We played 8 minutes of the second half. Arkansas leads 66-58. Delk gets a step, slapped away. I think Stewart got it. Williamson behind the back. And Williamson with an offensive foul, his third personal foul.
Williamson out of control. Nice job by Shepard to get in position to draw Corliss Williamson's third foul.
11:39 left. The issue still in doubt. Arkansas leading Kentucky by 8.
At Sterling, we've invented a new kind of shower door. More about the Giraffe in a moment. This is the Sterling Freestyle. Unlike any shower curtain or sliding door, the Freestyle opens fully.
Jefferson Pilot Sports exclusive coverage of SEC basketball is brought to you by BP. Hey, Hoop fans, get your official BP basketball now. See BP stations for details. By the Jefferson Pilot Life Insurance Company, the vision to power your dreams. By DirecTV, sponsor of the DirecTV Grade 8. And by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Game of the 1995 Southeastern Conference Tournament. The Georgia Dome in Atlanta filled to basketball capacity, 29,000 or so here. And the frantic first half that saw Arkansas at one-time lead by 19. Kentucky cut it to 6 by the intermission. With producer Roger Roebuck, director Dave Burchett, Tom Hammond, Larry Conley, Bob Kessling, and Dave Baker.
Quite a cast.
And a fine fitting end to a season of Southeastern Conference basketball and hard work by our entire Jefferson Pilot crew.
Very quickly, I just noticed John Clotler. He had a conversation with Corey Beck and Rod Rhodes out there. I think these guys have been whooping at each other a little bit, and the officials want to clean it up.
Rhodes misses from point-blank range and rebounded finally after a couple of taps by Arkansas. Scotty Thurman. McCarty skies for the rebound, but couldn't hold on. It'll go to the Razorbacks. Corliss Williamson back in the game. He only played 9 minutes the first half.
Watch Thurman right here. You see Shepard kind of move around. McCarty came in there with a strong rebound. Corliss Williamson thought he had it. Went right off his chest.
I think Williamson touched it last. Arkansas got a break. Scotty Thurman in the first half broke his own record for most three-point baskets as a walking call on Robinson. With 3 in the first half, Thurman has 86 for the season, breaking the record of 85 he set last year.
And McCarty's going to bring it up against Corliss Williamson. McCarty really handles the ball well for a big man.
McCarty had a subpar first half, as did Corliss, in foul trouble.
There came the trap. Didn't work. Good rotation by McDaniel, but Kentucky handled it.
McCarty low post, double down, give it to Riddick. Puts it up, and no basket. Charging foul. Third on Andre Riddick.
Rick Pitino wanted Riddick to just turn around and shoot the jump shot. Corey Beck got a little, yeah, he did. He got a shot in the mouth. Looks like he's got some blood in his mouth there.
I'm going to bring him out. I'm going to bring him out. You're bringing him. I got blood on him. I got blood on him. I got blood.
Watch again. Now, here's the bounce pass by McCarty. Riddick turns left shoulder. And Beck takes the spill right in front of Williamson's feet.
Riddick, I don't think, confident of that jump shot from about 8 feet.
See Beck on his back there. He's up now. Looks like he's going to hit for the bench.
Averaging 5.5 assists a game already. Has 5, does Beck. There's another angle of the shoulder to the mouth.
Riddick shot it pretty well when Beck went down on his backside.
After he got a little closer. Dillard has replaced Corey Beck. And the man gets up to full court pressure.
Still no score here in the second half.
Played just about a minute.
I expect to see 5 or 6 baskets between these two clubs the way they played in the first half.
Dillard for 3. And taken away by Rhodes. Stripped it away from Robinson. Rhodes takes it all the way and commits another foul. His third foul, all charging fouls.
McDaniel got back, and he was the only defender back for Arkansas. Kentucky had the number. 4-on-1, and Rhodes didn't give it up. Watch the charging foul. Look at McDaniel. Set, down.
Got to give the ball up. Stop at the free throw line, give the ball up.
How many times have we said that this year?
Told you my old high school coach, Ralph Carlisle, on the fast break drill used to put a chair right there at the free throw line. Didn't stop. You wish you had.
I bet you put a few dents in that chair, didn't you? Pretty good pressure that time by Kentucky. Walker and Shepard doing it to Robinson.
Riddick slaps the ball away from Williamson after McCarty came over to help out. Third block for Andre Riddick.
Well, Andre Riddick doing a good job on the defensive end here. Watch Williamson spin and go, and McCarty there to try to get it. Knocked it back up into the tuba section.
Still pitching a shutout here in the second half. 1:30 gone by. Robinson.
Nice pass by Corliss Williamson on the lob.
12 points for Darnell.
Arkansas's got so many weapons they can throw at you. Just like Kentucky.
Antoine Walker back in the game. Dips it up no good. Got his own and scores. Antoine Walker. Robinson made a good catch. Thurman for three. Put up and in by McDaniel.
Boy, they battle those offensive backboards.
McDaniel has 11. Here's Shepard in a hurry. Delk wide open. Nice fake. And a foul.
Tony Delk. Good move inside. Robinson thought he had it blocked. He simply hesitated, hung in the air, and went right by the wide body Robinson. Good fake on Williamson. Robinson looks, I got it. He got him on the arm. Tony Delk able to finish, and Robinson unhappy with himself.
Third foul on Darnell as you see it again.
Good hang in the air, good hang time. Tony Delk. Darnell Robinson gets another one. His third.
Three-point play by Tony Delk. He has 5 in the game. It's a 5-point game. And a steal by Walker. Shepard to McCarty. Rolled out. Robinson the rebound and a foul.
Rick Pitino looked at McCarty and says, why would you do that? Once Robinson has the rebound, just go on and get back on defense. Great steal over in front of the Kentucky bench. Dillard's trying to get away. Look at Walker with that steal. Pass to Shepard. Shepard got it inside, and McCarty just could not get that ball to roll in.
Then commits the foul. Arkansas with the ball, leading by 5. Corliss Williamson to Thurman. Walker's guarding Thurman. Williamson got away from Riddick, and Riddick blocked it, but a foul inside.
Tom, I really think Riddick's a better post-up defender than he is out on the floor. When Corliss Williamson's in there, he has to think about the shot blocking ability of Riddick. But when he takes him out on the floor, he can go by him. Riddick not able to keep up with a much quicker Williamson. Look at that first step.
Riddick blocked the basketball, but the foul on Jeff Shepard, who came over to help. And he has 3. So Shepard will go to the bench with 3 fouls. Roderick Rhodes already over there with 3.
And Anthony Epps in the game to replace Shepard. He really was the guy who ignited that late first half rally. A good steal and the 3-point play.
Corliss Williamson once again this season for the 2nd year in a row, the SEC Player of the Year.
Everybody went out to slap hands with Corliss except Daniel. He just turned around and nodded to him. Tradition now. You make a free throw, everybody goes up and pats you on the hand.
8 points for Williamson. Walker.
Freshman starting to come into his own, isn't he, Tom?
Had 2 excellent back-to-back games.
The answer again.
One-on-one with Corliss. He has 12 points. Back to 5. Hope deflected it off McDaniel. Kentucky's ball.
Here comes that Kentucky defense. They've now turned the pressure on, much like Arkansas did to them in the first half. Go back and watch Antoine Walker against Williamson. Down the middle. The pull-up and the basket. Kentucky coming back.
22nd timeout called by Arkansas. Well, Kentucky is adding a new weapon to its arsenal in this tournament. Antoine Walker, no longer a freshman. He's playing like a veteran.
Watch Mark Pope. Good anticipation. He knocked it off of McDaniel's hand. McDaniel trying to get the call to go his way. It doesn't. Kentucky will get it back with a chance to cut it to 3 or maybe 2.
56-51 Arkansas. Kentucky has gotten back in the game after they eliminated the turnovers. 11 turnovers the first 10 minutes had the Wildcats reeling, and it looked like Arkansas, once ahead by 19, were going to blow them right out of Atlanta. Sherman's march didn't do much more damage than Arkansas did in the first 10 minutes.
F's trying to find somebody. He got Pope underneath.
They took it away from him. And Delk got it back.
What a scramble down in front of that Kentucky bench. Walker's open. Is going to go down the middle again.
Short. Tapped it, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Still a 5-point game.
Pope guarding Williamson. He's a little too high out for Corey Beck to get him the ball. That's back in Williamson's lap.
Pace this half has slowed, as you knew it had to. McDaniel rejected by McCarty, but Thurman claims it for the Razorbacks. McDaniel got away, and again the ball deflected. Robinson with the shot clock expiring. I'd have taken all of that you wanted on a shot clock violation in this game.
I don't think I would have ever thought that was going to happen.
Ball batted around like a pinball for a while, and then a shot clock violation gives it back to Kentucky. We'll return.
When you grow up in the American Southwest, once a day you feel a soul-shaking sense of awe. And there's another feeling you get when the sun disappears. You're scared out of your ever-loving mind. Or maybe that's what inspired La Quinta to make their inn so friendly. Outside, they're lit up against the night sky, and inside, a soft splash is about the only sound you'll hear. Shh. La Quinta Inns. Why aren't you here?
I've got one chance a season to make this course look beautiful. You burn your lawn, your neighbors see it. I burn this, millions see it. You want to take chances? Go ahead. Me, I use Scott's.
Turf Builder has Scott's mistake-proof granules. They feed when the grass needs it. No over or underfeeding like you can get with ordinary fertilizers.
It's not like golf. You can't make it up on the next hole. You don't want to blow it? Use Scott's.
Mistake-proof granules. That's the Scott's difference.
Did you ever wonder what life is like on other planets? Like maybe there's this world where everybody can slam dunk? And everyone gets a Ford Ranger just for being born. Or there's a planet where nothing costs more than $1 and your biggest decision is what color probe to drive. Maybe there's a world where everybody's job is just to go to the beach and you get a Mustang convertible as a company car. Ford. Cool cars for a cool planet.
Things heating up at the Georgia Dome before an SEC record and Georgia Dome basketball record crowd. 30,057 here today. And we found Waldo in those 30,000. A pair of them. Total attendance for the tournament, 249,363. Another record. Nearly 250,000 people seeing SEC tournament basketball in Atlanta this week.
Pope wants it inside.
Kentucky blocks. 6-0. Delk for 3. Tapped once by McCarty and then taken by Williamson. Kentucky's three-point attack has not been there today.
Tony Delk is not having the game he had in Fayetteville.
Kentucky's 1 for 7 from the arc. Delk has contributed 0 for 2 of those.
Mark Pope, the only Kentucky player with a three-point field goal.
He blocks, does Pope. Williamson shot. 7 Kentucky blocks. Pope calling for it inside. Instead, Epps for 3. No good. Battle for the ball. McCarty.
Oh, what a move. Strong offensive rebound.
He has a half dozen points. It's a 3-point game. Double down of Williamson. Pitches out to Beck. Kentucky recovers to prevent the shot. Playing better defense.
There's a double down again. Look at Williamson. Good cross-court pass.
Thurman. Tapped by Robinson.
Oh, great offensive rebound by Darnell Robinson. Well, what a game he is having.
That breaks a 3-minute dry run for the Razorbacks. Hogs again leading by 5. Epps for 3. And McDaniel has the rebound. Away from the ball, foul, Mark Pope of Kentucky.
Tom, we're having an excellent offensive rebounding. Look at the McCarty work this backboard. I mean, that was a tremendous catch. But watch the Thurman miss on the Darnell Robinson tip in. Well, these two clubs really battle on that offensive backboard.
Taking no prisoners today, this game would be worthy of a national championship game.
And it may be before it's all said and done.
Wouldn't surprise me. Neither team has been able to hit a 3 in the second half. 0 for 3 on both ends. Williamson trying to muscle it up. Off the mark, rebounded by Delk. Dribbles his way out of trouble. Pope cut off by Stewart. Stewart blocked it. First Arkansas block.
Oh, what a nice defensive play by Dwight Stewart. They want Williamson again.
Thurman went behind the back to get it to him.
What a pass by Scotty Thurman. You think he's got ice water in his veins? He just loaded down, and it was a double bounce pass. It actually hit twice before it got to Corliss.
Corliss has 10 points, the 30th double-figure game this season. In 84 career games for the Hogs, double figures 78 times. Shepard got free, missed the shot. Dillard pulls up, got it.
Arkansas has answered Kentucky. Great shooting.
22nd timeout, Kentucky in the midst of a 7-0 Arkansas run.
Arkansas was leading by 5 when Scotty Thurman does this double bounce pass. 1, 2 to Corliss Williamson. Look at him go get it. Prickett there, Pope there, made no difference. Now, that got it to 7. Watch Arkansas get the ball and kick it out. Alex Dillon looks up. He sees Walker. I'll stop and pop. A 3. 10-point lead for the Razorbacks.
At the conclusion of the game, we'll be selecting a BP best player from each team. In addition to recognizing our 2 best players, BP and its dealers will contribute $2,000 to the Southeastern Conference to be distributed among the member institutions' general scholarship funds under a conference-approved plan. And now would be a good time to thank BP and its dealers for all of its support of college basketball in general, Southeastern Conference basketball in particular, with those donations to the general scholarship funds throughout the season. Both teams had used their 22nd timeouts. Delk for 3. That's just a 2. Excuse me. He was just had a foot on the stripe.
Kentucky tried to press after that made field goal. They got a steal.
Delk knocked it away. 3-on-1 break. Prickett. And 1.
Kentucky right back at Arkansas. They get the lead by 10, and Kentucky comes back with a chance to cut it to 5. Look at the steal by Delk. Shepard pushing. Fan out. Fill the lanes. Delk left. Prickett right. Strong move. The foul by Stewart. And Kentucky's back in it again. Well, they cannot put these cats away.
Second foul on Dwight Stewart. Jared Prickett at the free throw line with a half dozen points.
Pressure again by Kentucky.
63-58. Beck dishes it. Remots for three.
I tell you what, he doesn't pop up very often, but when he does, he makes it count.
He has 9 points. We played 8 minutes of the second half. Arkansas leads 66-58. Delk gets a step, slapped away.
I think Stewart got it.
Williamson behind the back. And Williamson with an offensive foul, his third personal foul.
Williamson out of control. Nice job by Shepard to get in position to draw Corliss Williamson's third foul.
11:39 left. The issue still in doubt. Arkansas leading Kentucky by 8.
At Sterling, we've invented a new kind of shower door. More about the Giraffe in a moment. This is the Sterling Freestyle. Unlike any shower curtain or sliding door, the Freestyle opens fully with no track below to clean and no track above, which means no matter how tall you are, you'll never bump your head or neck again. This is Sam Davis, Vice Chairman for Sterling. Thank you.
Inside every one of us is an athlete with a thirst for the game going on around us. It's life, and if you play hard at it, you get thirsty. That's why we make Gatorade. Hey, life is a sport. Drink it up.
Wild in Atlanta, 66-58 Razorbacks at the 11:39 mark. Kentucky's bench has been a potent force in this tournament, averaging 47.5 off the bench, 95 points the first 2 games. They've got a ways to go, 28 off the Kentucky bench today. 3-pointers still the important factor in this game, 10 of 18. For Arkansas.
I thought Remots just a few minutes ago was a big, big stopper for Kentucky. It looked like they had a little momentum going.
Riddick. Rare offensive move. Didn't draw iron.
I think Williamson got a piece of that.
And on the other end, Riddick is called for the foul. Jockeying with Corliss Williamson for position. 4 fouls on Andre. He'll leave the game as Mark Pope returns.
Well, Riddick and Pope have been battling all day to try to keep Corliss Williamson away. You see the left elbow right there as Riddick is called for the foul.
That's an injury to insult, isn't it? Got the foul and a shot to the chops as well.
Now it's Pope's turn to take on Williamson.
Remots almost pulled the trigger.
They thought about it, didn't they? Corey Beck would like to get it to Williamson. McDaniel shot clock down now to 12.
Remots off the glass. Rebound Williamson missed it. Pope a strong rebound. Here's Shepard in a hurry. Prickett blocking off, and Shepard takes it all the way. Wipe it out. Charging foul. 3 or 4 now. 4 on Jeff Shepard, out of control.
And Tom, once again, another charging foul takes away a basket from Kentucky. Watch Shepard go strong. Stewart's there. Shepard goes up. He made a nice move.
There's something about playing Arkansas that makes Jeff Shepard go wild. He was out of control several times in the game in Fayetteville. Gets a little too hyper. Charging fouls have wiped out several Kentucky Buckeyes.
Now Williamson trying to work inside. Stewart can shoot.
Missed that one. Prickett the rebound. Outlet to Pope. Pope trying to beat Stewart down court. Lays it up and in.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a mad dash. One center trying to beat the other center in a streak. Boom, boom, boom. Nice move by Pope. Kentucky back within 6.
Williamson turns, shoots over the double team and scores.
Tom, I'm going to try to get him the ball as often as I can get it to him. Oh, what a shooter he is inside.
12 points in the game. 8 the lead. Beck takes it away from Prickett and lays it in.
Hornibek with a big defensive play and a finish. Well, I would tell you, this Arkansas backcourt is outstanding.
Prickett again called on to handle the ball. This time gives it up. Arkansas leading by 10. Kentucky's made some runs.
Arkansas's had the answers.
Here will be Williamson. Arkansas's 7th steal. And it's a 12-point Razorback lead.
We made history on the American road. Now we're looking to the future. Introducing the new Ford Explorer. The only leading compact sport utility with standard dual airbags. The one with the roomiest interior. And the one that was ranked highest compact sport utility in initial quality. The new Ford Explorer. Far and away, the best the world has to offer.
Advance Auto Parts presents part number 23, the foot. Advance Auto Parts salespeople come equipped with 2 feet capable of propelling them out the door to your car.
Seems like I'm feeling every bump in the road.
Step by step, your car is inspected. With your problem understood, it's just a short walk back to the parts department. At Advance Auto Parts, no one sits around on part number 41. Advance Auto Parts, the best part is our people.
Time now for the Pizza Hut. You'll love this stuff. Play of the game.
And with Dwight Stewart cheering in the background, Corliss Williamson goes up for the stuff. SEC Player of the Year, 2 years in a row. He's a force to be reckoned with.
And the Razorbacks have danced to another 12-point lead. He is bigger, badder, and better. They just hope he sticks around for another season. Kentucky's three-point attack has been missing. Their turnovers have been costly. The fewest three-pointers made in a game by Kentucky this season occurred back in December when they had 2 against Texas Tech. They only have 1 today. Williamson and Robinson 3 fouls each for Arkansas. Riddick and Shepard have 4 apiece for Kentucky, so Kentucky in rather serious foul trouble. Now it's Delk bringing the ball up against Beck. Kentucky has tried several combinations today. Yep, for 3.
Maybe that'll get them started.
Second three-pointer of the game for Kentucky.
Look at McDaniel push.
They're 2 of 10. Williamson pulls up and missed everything. Rebounded by Delk.
He's telling everybody to go away. Tony Delk, he says, I'll bring it up.
And he does against Clint McDaniel. McDaniel flops. Delk open for the three. Couldn't hit it. Prickett with an offensive rebound.
Nice save. He's in trouble. Gets it out.
Delk was wide open. They couldn't get him the ball. He's still wide open. They won't give it to him. Instead, Prickett, that basket will not count. Foul before the shot.
And a good foul by Scotty Thurman because Prickett was going to lay it up very easily. Scotty Thurman looks and says, yeah, I did it, but I'm glad I did.
Second on Thurman, only 4 against Arkansas. Kentucky's already committed 7.
Look, every time Arkansas threatens to run away from this game, Kentucky has something to answer. But they never can get to the peak. They get right about 4 or 5 points away, and then Arkansas makes another run.
Tony Delk does not have his shooting stroke today, but he was wide open for a 3 that last time, and they wouldn't pass it to him.
Kentucky back in, or Arkansas back into a zone defense now.
Epps for 3. Pope kept it alive, then it's ripped down by Robinson. Prickett sent sprawling. Thurman. And Walker the rebound. Epps on a run out. Beck is back. It's 2-on-1. Epps, Pope, lays it in. That's the way to handle it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Here goes Arkansas right back again.
Kentucky gets back. So the lead after all that is 7. You see the time left.
So you think we could play till midnight tonight with these two?
I'd like to see a 7-game series. Williamson fakes Pope. Prickett comes to help, and he missed it, then tapped it in.
I'm telling you, he is so good at going back and getting his missed shots.
16 for the man they call Big Nasty. Jumps so quickly. We'll take a timeout, catch our breath. 7:12 left in the game. Arkansas leading by 9.
Funny thing about March Madness, as more teams drop out, more friends drop in. Fewer teams, more friends. Good thing Pizza Hut has the March Madness meal deal. Buy any large regular price pizza and we'll throw in a dozen free buffalo wings plus a free NCAA tournament guidebook. Because by the time only 2 teams are left, you're going to have a lot of friends. The March Madness meal deal.
A very expensive maker of lawn tractors likes to say, nothing runs like them. The makers of Yardman tractors take exception to that. The Yardman lawn tractor uses a powerful engine to mulch, bag, and side discharge, and it has a hydrostatic transmission. So it runs like a you-know-what, only it doesn't cost nearly as much money. Yardman, American-made, American-owned.
Here's a look at an MCI proof positive replay.
To borrow a line from an old Carly Simon song, nobody does it better. That man right there goes back and gets his missed shots better than anybody in college basketball. Corliss Williamson.
Arkansas beating Kentucky on the offensive board. 14 offensive rebounds, Arkansas. Kentucky has 8. Williamson has 3 of the Hogs' 14. Andre's asking him for an autograph, probably.
It'll be worth something in about 10 years. Final 7:12 to go. Arkansas is pushed out to a 9-point lead again. See if Kentucky can answer.
Jeff Shepard back on, playing with 4 fouls.
Well, McDaniel with good pressure on Shepard.
Right through his legs. Luckily, Pope was there to catch it. And another bad exchange. McDaniel swipes it and lays it up. No good.
He missed it. Oh, what an opportunity.
Pope from 15. Brick.
Williamson really takes up some space for that rebounding area in there.
6.5 to play.
Darnell Robinson wants it inside against McCarty.
Robinson misses, rebounded by McCarty.
Both clubs look a little tentative on offense right now.
And maybe a little tired. Reverse bite down, pretty.
Pace has been furious. But these clubs have already played 2 games in this tournament. Nice pass.
Williamson missed. Delk chases it down for the Wildcats. And then calls timeout as he was trapped. Has to be a full timeout because
67.
There's no 20. Or is it? Wait a minute, hold on a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, SEC basketball tournament.
Watch McDaniel here on the missed layup. He made a great steal on the sideline. Couldn't decide whether to use the board or the rim and laid it off the back. Kentucky got it back. Boy, that was a missed opportunity there for Arkansas. Now watch Delk go baseline. Reverse, underneath, hang time, and again off the glass. Tony Delk having a much better second half than he did at first half.
Well, in the 1993 tournament, Kentucky beat Arkansas 92-81. Last year in Memphis, 90-78 over the Razorbacks. This is Arkansas's first trip to the championship game. In the regular season, they are 4-0 against Kentucky. In the tournament, they are 0-2 since joining the SEC. Timeout situation. Excuse me, Larry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Kentucky has 1 full timeout left. Arkansas has 2. Neither team has a 20.
Common chance now for Kentucky to get that lead back to 5 or 4 if they can make a 3. Arkansas does look a little weary. I think Kentucky does too. Both of these teams have played very, very hard here this afternoon. After having played yesterday, and Kentucky had the easier part of the game. Alabama really struggled yesterday with Arkansas. It was a real defensive effort on the part of both clubs.
Epps is back in at the point. McDaniel hounding him. Pass to Walker inside, and a foul on Thurman, his 3rd.
One thing I like about Scotty Thurman, when he makes his fouls, he makes intelligent fouls. When he's beaten, he makes sure the guy does not get the basket, and he'll send him to the line to force him to make those 2 free throws.
3rd foul on Thurman, who has not scored this half.
After putting down 15 in the first half.
Amazing, isn't it, how diverse both these teams are. They do not depend on one man. Corliss Williamson played only 9 minutes the first half.
Tom, I really think that's one of the reasons why I feel these 2 clubs are going to be in the Final Four. That's a great strength to be able to reach down and look at 8, 9, maybe even 10 players, and any one of those 10 could rise up and play well for you any night.
And a new star in the Wildcat Galaxy here at the line. Arkansas's lead is 5. Williamson double teamed. A bad pass, but McDaniel caught it.
He was lucky. McDaniel was fortunate to pick that up.
It's been a couple of minutes without a field goal. Shot clock to 9. You see it. Thurman lost it. Heaves it with 3 to go and nearly banked it in. McDaniel kept it alive. Excuse me, it was Garrett that kept it alive.
Boy, his move through the lane really got the ball back for Arkansas. It was headed for Shepard's hands.
Robinson, a big giant move, blocked by McCarty. Scramble for it, and it's Walker of Kentucky that has it. Got rid of it to Shepard. They got numbers, 2-on-1. Shepard gives it up to McCarty. Shot is blocked. Out of bounds to the Wildcats.
What a sequence. I thought McCarty was going to dump the basketball.
Probably should have.
Yeah, Shepard's got it. Now watch. He looks left. Good pass. Here goes McCarty. He just threw it over the backboard. Thurman knocked it away, and Kentucky will get it back.
Looks like it might have been a foul. At least the Kentucky fans sitting on that side of the backboard thought so. You really couldn't see on our replay. Big Dwight Stewart returns for Arkansas. Shepard kicks it back out to Delk for three. Tony has not been able to find the range. Here is a pushing foul underneath on Arkansas. Only the 16th foul against Arkansas. Dwight Stewart's third foul. The shooting numbers on Tony Delk. Well, he's 4 of 8. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Arkansas's back in his own defense. They trap awfully well out of this.
Delk fakes.
Great pass.
McCarty.
What a look. Oh, did Tony Delk make a great one there?
Delk with the left hand, no look for the wide open shot, and a 6-0 Kentucky run has pulled them within 3.
Look at that pass. One of my favorite parts of the game.
Yes, sir. You were one of the best. 3-point game. Kentucky in a 6-0 run. Arkansas's missed 5 in a row. Here's a 3-on-1 Arkansas break. Thurman, first points of the half.
Great pass by McDaniel. 3-on-1. He dropped it to Scotty Thurman off the glass.
Lead back to 5.
2 excellent passes. One by Delk, one by McDaniel.
McCarty spinning on Williamson. Laid it up, no good. Rebounded by Stewart. Missed it right underneath. Arkansas in a hurry.
Well, guarding Williamson is such a tough assignment. McCarty's having a battle going round and round, and now Arkansas pulls it back out, and Williamson's going to set a screen and roll.
Taken away by Walker, and a foul on Beck trying to get it back.
Good defensive play by Walker. Go back and take a look at the handle here by McDaniel. Shepard trying to reach for it. He gets it to Thurman, and there's that soft kiss off of the glass. Scotty Thurman with a very soft shot.
Now Arkansas over the limit on their 7th foul of the half. Will shoot 1+1 with Antoine Walker at the line. 14 points and 5 rebounds for Antoine today.
Bodes well for Kentucky as they move to the tournament starting next week to have this freshman playing the way he's playing right now.
Had 21 career high yesterday.
Fingers crossed. Anthony Epps. Cross more of them. Cross a couple of more. You got toes? Cross your toes.
Antoine shot. Money. It's again a 3-point game. Shepard flops, no foul. Walker a reach in, that is.
His first personal, team 8.
Now to the Arkansas line, 1+1.
Rick Pitino was going right up the sideline that time, trying to help. I think he was going to defend if he got close to the line.
He's lost some of his quickness. Big edge for Kentucky at the free throw line, which Arkansas has offset with its superior 3-point shooting. Beck will have the bonus. Only his 3rd point.
He's not known for his scoring. It's just passing, his defense, and his rebounding that really, I think, helps this Arkansas club. And also the intangible, his leadership.
5 points, excuse me.
I don't think this club goes very far without Corey Beck.
Well, so far today, they've gone to a 5-point lead. Kentucky got within 3, but no closer. Time running out on the Wildcats. 3:13 remaining. Arkansas up by 5. We'll be back after this from your local SEC station.
Today's SEC action has been brought to you by Pizza Hut. You'll love the stuff we're made of. By La Quinta Inns. Why aren't you here? And by Purnell Old Folks Country Sausage, because it's good.
Tom Hamm and Larry Conley, the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Things revving up for the final 3 minutes plus of the SEC Tournament Championship game. Kentucky held a brief 2-0 lead. Then Arkansas took over. And how? They led by 19 in the first half. Kentucky has been scratching back. They've been within 3 here in the second half, but no closer. Right now, Arkansas leads 78-73. And a Wildcat turnover.
Mark Pope tried to bounce past the ball to Jeff Shepard moving up the sideline. And Rick Pitino says why.
19 Kentucky turnovers. 11 in the first 10 minutes, which may be their undoing. May eventually spell the difference. That and the fact that Kentucky has not been able to hit a 3. Just 2 for the game.
But Arkansas has. I think that's one of the, and the main reason really they've got that 5-point lead right now.
Arkansas working the ball to 10 seconds on the clock. Stewart pumps up a 3 and a strong rebound by Pope. Now he needs help. Shepard gets away. Walker's been the star. Put it up and in.
Followed his own shot for the second time. Boy, has he been good down that middle.
Back to 3.
Offensive rebounding has been outstanding by both of these clubs today, particularly for Walker and Williamson.
Double down to Williamson, forces him out of there, but it leaves Thurman open. Can't hit the 3. Walker with the outlet to Delk. 3-on-1. Delk leaves it for McCarty and 1.
Watch the break by Kentucky. Tony Delk looking up, sees Williamson. The bounce pass, the foul by Williamson. McCarty got it, and Kentucky's got a chance to tie. Great pass. Good catch and a finish. Walter McCarty. Watch Williamson try to get there on the body of McCarty with a finger roll.
2:03 to play. Corliss Williamson, 16 points. McCarty's free throw ties the game at 78.
Battled back from 19 down to tie with 2 minutes left.
Williamson comes out at long range to get it. Now will attack. Gives it up to Beck. Williamson low post. Spinning on Pope. He got it and a foul.
Corliss Williamson. What a body. What strength. Well, you talk about rising to the occasion. Corliss Williamson on that post-up position. So strong here. Watch the move. Quick move down on the baseline. Delk is there. Pope is there. Doesn't make any difference.
Pope just cannot handle him. Spinning right away from him around Tony Delk, who came to help. And a chance for the three-point play. He has 18 points. Missed it. Pope the rebound. Delk will bring it up. Inside a minute 30. Arkansas by 2. Shepard back out to McCarty for 3. Walker kept it alive. Pope missed the tap. Rebounded by Stewart.
Arkansas now with a great opportunity. Kentucky's going to have to defend.
Each team has 1 timeout left inside the final minute. Will Arkansas win its first tournament title? Will Kentucky take its 4th in a row? Shot clock to 3, 2. They won't get it off. Shot clock violation.
They wanted to use the clock, but they didn't want to use that much. And Nolan Richardson looks over at Mike Anderson, his assistant, and says, why? Now they've got to defend, and Kentucky's got a chance to tie or go ahead.
In the game in Fayetteville, it was Jeff Shepard that went one-on-one in the final seconds, out of control. Here he is again. Shepard to the hoop, and another collision. Pope is fouled as he goes back up.
I thought we were going to see the identical same thing happen again. Shepard went low, missed the layup, and the good follow-up prevents Kentucky from losing this ball. Shepard up strong, Pope with the rebound, the foul by McDaniel on the backside. Watch Pope. Boy, that's a strong rebound. He missed one earlier, the tip in. Prior to that last Arkansas violation on the shot clock. Now he's got a chance, but he's 1 for 4 from the line today. Cross those fingers.
1-point game. 22.6 to play. Got it. 80-80.
And it all comes down to this.
Scotty Thurman hit the shot that proved the difference in Fayetteville.
They're on their feet.
Thurman against Shepard.
30,000 of them.
Williamson inside. Stolen by Walker. Timeout. Larry, I guess it's been everything we expected.
Well, it's the type of game you want to see when you see two clubs like this play. I was very interested in what Arkansas was going to try to do offensively. They wanted Williamson, but look at the double down by Delk and Pope. It enabled Walker to get out there and slap that ball away, and immediately the freshman with presence of mind to call a timeout. Kentucky with 5.5 seconds to go, and we're tied 80-80.
Of course, that gives Arkansas a chance to set its defense with a timeout, and he did have some numbers, but it's a good move. Hard to second guess that.
Well, they've got the ball right beyond the midcourt line.
From the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, two top 5 teams, Arkansas and Kentucky, squaring off in the Southeastern Conference Championship game. Kentucky, no timeouts left. 1 for Arkansas. 5.5 seconds remaining, and the game tied at 80. In the first half, Arkansas led by as many as 19. It's been a long uphill struggle for the Wildcats. They tied it and now have a chance to win it with 5.5 seconds left.
The question is, what are they going to do with the basketball? Who's going to inbound? But Walker, do you put it in Shepard's hands, who was out of control the last trip down, or do you give it to Delk and let him go one-on-one? It's Beck on defense on Delk and McDaniel on Shepard. They've got Rhodes.
Rhodes takes it to the basket, and a foul. No basket. It will be on
It's on McDaniel.
Clint McDaniel. Rhodes, I think, thought it was on him. McDaniel's also number 12.
Watch Rhodes move right here. Now, the Andre Portillo underneath the basket. You can see his fist raised. He discounted the goal. It is. It's going to be against McDaniel.
I swear, Rod Rhodes was walking to the other end. He thought the foul was on him. He also wears number 12.
He started. Watch this. And McCarty had the basket had the foul not been called.
Rhodes has hit 5 of 6 free throws. 1.3 seconds remaining. And Arkansas will try to ice him. Timeout Razorbacks. Rod Rhodes at the line for Kentucky. 1.3 seconds left in an 80-80 tie.
When you grow up in the American Southwest, once a day you feel a soul-shaking sense of awe. And there's another feeling you get when the sun disappears. You're scared out of your ever-loving mind. Or maybe that's what inspired La Quinta to make their inn so friendly. Outside, they're lit up against the night sky, and inside, a soft splash is about the only sound you'll hear. Shh. La Quinta Inns. Why aren't you here?
Funny thing about March Madness, as more teams drop out, more friends drop in. Fewer teams, more friends. Good thing Pizza Hut has the March Madness meal deal. Buy any large regular price pizza and we'll throw in a dozen free buffalo wings plus a free NCAA tournament guidebook. Because by the time only 2 teams are left, you're going to have a lot of friends. The March Madness meal deal.
Back at the Atlanta Dome, Roderick Rhodes, the junior from Jersey City, New Jersey, who has had a roller coaster career at Kentucky, often brilliant, often disappears. He'll shoot 2 shots on the 10th Arkansas foul.
Tom, I was like you. When I looked up and I saw the foul called, I saw Andre Patillo put up 1-2, and I thought the foul was going to go against Rhodes. I didn't see McDaniel down there among the bodies. Well, what a comeback for Kentucky. They've scratched and they have clawed, and the Wildcats have finally got to the mountain. Now they got a chance to hang on. Anthony Epps can't even watch.
He's had that finger crossing routine down lately. He's had to turn his back on this one. Rhodes, first shot, bounces off. Epps could hear the clang of that rim, I bet. No huddle, says John Clougherty. No more delaying to let Rhodes think about free throw number 2. 1.3 seconds left. There it is. Missed them both. Overtime. Roderick Rhodes, who hits nearly 80% of his free throws, misses 2, and will play an extra 5. We'll be right back.
Yeah, life's competitive, all right. Win or lose, doesn't matter. It's how you look at the finish line.
Get there first.
Lewis said some older boys took him to the hoop. So I took him to the finish line.
Get there first. Inside every one of us is an athlete with a thirst for the game going on around us. It's life, and if you play hard at it, you get thirsty. That's why we make Gatorade. Hey, life is a sport. Drink it up.
Tom Hammond, Larry Conley back at the Atlanta Dome, where Rod Rhodes is in near tears on the Kentucky bench after missing 2 free throws that, with 1.3 seconds left, might have won it for the Wildcats.
Some consoling teammates there. Anthony Epps on his right, Chris Harrison on his left. Say, it's all right, pal. You got us back here. And we've got 5 more minutes of great basketball between 2 great teams.
Riddick jumping against Williamson, and they'll do it again. And Kentucky has it.
Golden opportunity for Kentucky, obviously.
Why not play overtime? I'm not ready to give up on these 2. 3-pointer, Walker. Back rim, chased down by Stewart.
Like I said, let's play till midnight.
Well, maybe not that long. If the old voice could last that long at this pace.
I live here, though. You got another flight to catch.
triple team of Williamson. Passed it out.
They know where the ball's going. They're going to try to go down inside. Haven't heard much from Scotty Thurman in this second half.
Foul, McCarty. Thurman has only 2 points in the second half.
Whenever Arkansas gets in trouble, they go to their big man inside. Corliss Williamson right here. Watch him clear out underneath. It's the one thing, Tom, I have always liked about this guy, the way he plays the post. He's really only about 6'6", but his wide body makes it difficult for guys 3 or 4 inches taller than him to try to guard him.
3 fouls on McCarty. And Williamson now has 19 points. Arkansas by 2, 82-80.
McDaniel again on Shepard. We talked about his on-the-ball defense. He's as good as anybody in the country. Shepard somewhat turns to Delk trying to shake Thurman.
Way downtown. Delk came up short. Not a good shot. Beck all the way. Laid it in.
Backcourt stepping up big. Corey Beck.
Shepard against McDaniel. Delk again, another 3 attempt, and another one short. Out of bounds to Arkansas.
Watch Beck gather this one in. He looks around. When Williamson filling the left lane, he went right down between Shepard and Delk and laid it in. Corey Beck making good decisions with the basketball.
Beck against Shepard. Shepard playing with 4 fouls.
Watch Williamson against Pope.
Thurman got a screen from Stewart. McDaniel opened the 3.
Boy, Arkansas has lit it up here in this OT.
Well, they dodged it. Given new life by Rhodes. Misses at the free throw line. Arkansas will capitalize. Does Kentucky have one more comeback? Walker wants it inside. He's got a mismatch against McDaniel. Instead, a floater by Delk off glass.
They obviously want to go to Tony Delk. 3 possessions, 3 attempts by Tony in the overtime. Pressure now by Kentucky. Stewart handling it. Arkansas has gotten real patient with this basketball after they got the 7-point lead in overtime.
2.5 left in overtime. Williamson off balance shot. He was heading away from the basket.
And Mark Pope did everything he could do.
Back to a 7-point lead. Here's Delk again, pulling up baseline. Yet another miss. Stewart the rebound. Delk 4 shots in overtime. 4 possessions, 4 shots. He's only made 1.
Arkansas is going to run their clock. And at the end of 30 seconds, they're going to look for Corliss Williamson, or they're going to get Scotty Thurman from the 3.
Inside 2 minutes. Six to shoot. Beck does. Got it.
What a move. Underneath of Shepard.
10 points for Beck. That was big. Walker takes it to the basket, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That's who they should have been going to, because Delk doesn't have a stroke today. Walker's been the hot player.
Watch again down inside. Corey Beck working on Jeff Shepard. Look at this, a little tuck underneath. The float under the arm. The jackknife of the body in the basket. What a move by Corey Beck. Go back and look at Walker right here as Williamson commits the foul.
Without Antoine Walker, Kentucky would have been in serious trouble today. Rod Rhodes missed 2 free throws and can only watch from the Kentucky bench. 1:32 left in overtime, and Kentucky down 7 at the free throw line for 1.
When you grow up in the American Southwest, once a day you feel a soul-shaking sense of awe. And there's another feeling you get when the sun disappears. You're scared out of your ever-loving mind. Or maybe that's what inspired La Quinta to make their inn so friendly. Outside, they're lit up against the night sky, and inside, a soft splash is about the only sound you'll hear. Shh. La Quinta Inns. Why aren't you here?
Funny thing about March Madness, as more teams drop out, more friends drop in. Fewer teams, more friends. Good thing Pizza Hut has the March Madness meal deal. Buy any large regular price pizza and we'll throw in a dozen free buffalo wings plus a free NCAA tournament guidebook. Because by the time only 2 teams are left, you're going to have a lot of friends. The March Madness meal deal.
Welcome back to the Atlanta Dome, 91-84 Arkansas in overtime. Let's take a look at our BP best players for the game. Corliss Williamson of Arkansas, 20 points and 7 rebounds. And for Kentucky, for the second straight game, freshman Antoine Walker, 20 points and 7 rebounds to match the total of the SEC Player of the Year, Corliss Williamson.
Well, the freshman for Kentucky's had a great game, but Corliss Williamson has been the man right down the stretch.
And Corliss has just fouled out. That last foul was on him as Walker took it to the hoop. So Williamson disqualified. He finishes the tournament with 48 points and 17 rebounds. Excuse me. Antoine Walker in the tournament has 48 points and 17 rebounds and shooting for 49.
One shot.
It's his coming of age.
Tom, what a great game this has been, though. We've had great individual performances. The early turnovers, I think, really hurt Kentucky. They've been battling all day to get back up.
Out of bounds, Kentucky's ball. 1:31 on the clock. Kentucky still facing a 6-point deficit.
Kid Delphin hot.
He's 5 of 12 shooting today.
Shepard has been the man, the freshman. Walker. The freshman. Got Robinson out front on Shepard. Thurman knows Delk wants to shoot. Walker's
wide open. They didn't see him in time. Tapped in by Pope.
McDaniel on a run out.
And Shepard fouls him. Jeff Shepard committing the foul in his 5th.
Kentucky foul number 15.
Well, Kentucky's got it down to 4.
That's his 5th personal foul.
Watch again as Mark Pope on the tip inbound. The miss by Walker. Good clear out with the left arm by Walker, and Pope with another nice offensive rebound. He's done that all day long. Well, Pope having another good game. He's had a good tournament.
He has indeed. Another player that's
Coming in for Kentucky, number 25,
recently. 1:11 left in overtime. Arkansas leading 91-87 at the Razorback free throw line. In the 3rd time in SEC history, the championship game has gone to OT. Shepard replaced by Anthony Epps.
So now it's up to Clint McDaniel. He's a 76% free throw shooter. Step to the line, he's got 2.
Both teams in a double bonus. 2 shots the rest of the way. Rimmed out. Corliss Williamson is fouled out.
Free throws have played an important part in this game today. 2 missed by Rhodes and now 2 missed by McDaniel.
Can Kentucky come back one more time? They're down 4. Delk off a screen. Beck fought his way through it. Walker to the basket. Double pump, no good. And not a very good shot. Robinson with an outlet. Tipped out of bounds by Walker.
Nice effort by Antoine Walker. He's made several of those going down the lane today. That one he couldn't get to go in. Beck trying to shake Epps.
Delk committing the foul on McDaniel, who just missed 2 at the free throw line.
This is a guy I'd go after. I mean, he's got to be thinking about the 2 he just missed.
His first personal foul.
Arkansas has hit 10 of 15 free throws today. Kentucky 21 of 28. So the Wildcats have gotten 11 more points at the line, trying to offset that 3-point shooting advantage Arkansas showed. 50.4 seconds to play.
Daniel's generally very reliable at the charity stripe.
Only 1 of 4 today.
Thomas, been a type of game we expected from these two clubs. It's the way they have played since Arkansas came into this league.
McDaniel hits 2. The lead is 6.
Double screen for Delk. They want him to shoot the 3.
He does, and he got one. It's a 3-point game. Arkansas quickly inbounds, and a foul of Beck with 37 seconds left.
Kentucky foul. Number 41, Mark Pope, his third personal.
Watch the double screen set for Tony Delk. You know what? You can't keep a good shooter down. See the screen? It's almost offensive blocking. Good move. Delk gets open. Pope and Walker helped him get there.
Tony Delk finally getting a 3. Here's Corey Beck at the line. He has 10 points, 5 assists. He's made both his free throws.
Boy, a miss here could be real big. If he makes it, it's a 2-possession game for Kentucky. They'll need 2 baskets on their end. If he misses, another 3, and we've got another tie.
Missed it. Hope the rebound.
4 free throws in a row missed by Arkansas.
The lead is 3. You see the time left. Epps penetrates to Walker inside. That's just a 2. 25.1 left. Epps stole it. Epps puts it up. No good. He's got it back. Foul. McDaniel a foul with 19.4 seconds, and Clint McDaniel is fouled out.
Watch again. Epps delivers to Walker, the hero of Kentucky's game today. But watch Epps. Steal. It gets back. He goes up, misses the shot. Pope keeps it alive, and McDaniel fouls Anthony Epps. Clint McDaniel, who made 2 and missed 2 free throws in this overtime period. Now Kentucky with another chance.
You talk about a cat that has 9 lives.
What did they get down? 7 here in the overtime?
Yes, and Anthony Epps, who has spent most of this last few minutes on the Kentucky bench with his fingers crossed while his teammates went to the free throw line, now will have a chance. Now we'll have a chance to put Kentucky in front. The game is tied, and Roderick Rhodes is the happiest man in the Atlanta Dome.
Doesn't show it right now, but he is. He'll be even happier if Epps makes this.
Or the Georgia Dome, or wherever in the world we are. Got them both. 19 seconds left, and now it's Arkansas that most come back. Kentucky has its first lead since 2-0.
Is it going to go to Thurman? Williamson's fouled out of the game.
Thurman hit the game winner in Fayetteville. Way downtown, no good. Rebounded by Delk, and a foul. Unbelievable.
There's still 0.6 of a second showing on the clock. I think Kentucky thought they'd won.
They're getting them back off the court now. Still 0.6 of a second, and free throws upcoming.
What a comeback by Kentucky.
Anthony Epps, who had his fingers crossed on the bench when his teammate Roderick Rhodes shot to win it. He had his back turned, hits 2 pressure free throws.
Maybe there's something to that. Cross your fingers, turn your back, then walk out and win a game. Delk now with a chance to ice it.
Scotty Thurman hit one shot it way beyond the arc. Arkansas led by 19 in the first half. Kentucky here in overtime was down 7.
How about the rebound by Delk on the miss by Thurman? Look at Rhodes. Riddick. Rhodes is saying, oh, thank goodness.
He misses. Beck will fling it the length of the court. And an improbable, amazing comeback by the Kentucky Wildcats to win the SEC Tournament Championship for the 4th straight year. They closed the overtime with a 13-2 run.
Tom, I thought when Arkansas got very conservative with the basketball, it slowed down their momentum. The first couple of minutes, they were doing everything right, and Kentucky just picked it up and just carried it. They were not to be denied today. This was a tough victory for the Wildcats, and a little retribution for that loss in Fayetteville.
Down 19 to the nation's 5th-ranked team in the first half. It looked like Arkansas would run them out of the Georgia Dome. Here's Dave Baker with Rick Pitino.
Talk about a cat with 9 lives. Youngster, I think he used them all this afternoon.
How about that for a basketball team? I am so proud of these guys. We could have hung our heads and died in the beginning. Could have died at 5 different times. I love these guys. They're great.
Antoine Walker, the freshman tournament MVP, you've got to be awfully happy.
I'm just happy we won. I don't care about the individual, boy. I'm glad that we come in here and win our 4th straight. Now we get ready for the NCAA.
Anthony, talk a little bit about what you're thinking about after what happened at the end of regulation. You're standing there with a free throw.
Oh, my God. Not at the line. I just want to take my time and block everything out and knock them down because I've been in situations like that before, and I just want to hit the free throws. Good thing the good Lord was with me.
What were you guys thinking when you were down 19 in the first half?
Oh, Lord, it's going to be a blowout, but we know we have a talented team, and all we had to do was just stick with it, and that's what we did. We put away with a great victory.
Pretty soon you're going to run out of fingers for all those tournament championship rings. Thanks, Anthony. Let's go back over to Tom Hammond.
All right, Dave, what a way to wind up our Southeastern Conference coverage with a great game between 2 teams. Don't be surprised if you see these 2 in Seattle. They're that good.
Tom, we need a rubber match. We need to see who's going to win the 3rd game. And they've got one more chance. Great season. Enjoyed it, pal.
As always, Larry, enjoyed the Southeastern Conference season and the unsung